This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Week 2 of football was great. James Cook popped off with those rushing yards for Bill Mafia. But you already know I'm pumped for Week 3 of football season. It's September, and we still have hope for some of our favorite teams. Kansas City, they're 0-2. It's all good, though. There's still lots of time to believe in my homeboy. And guess what? Right now, there's a max discount offer where projection lines are at a minimum. Prize Picks are simple and easy to use. All you need to do is pick more on Patrick Mahomes' 0.5 passing yards. More. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your pick in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the app. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, one of my partners and co-hosts, normal partner and co-host. He's Liberty City's own. He's Bengals Ring of Fame honoree. He's a former Pro Bowler, All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and our contributor that breaks down college football with us every Saturday night. The only money man that we know, Texas A&M great, Heisman Trophy winning, first-round draft pick of the Cleveland Browns. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Money Manziel. There's only one money, and it's Johnny Manziel. Johnny, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. Back in the States.
Yeah,
glad to be home.
We're glad to have you back. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. Do us a favor. Go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support and your continued support. Thanks to you, Nightcap has become what it's become, and it's only because of your eyes, ears, and your word of mouth. Ocho and I cannot thank you enough. Please make sure you go check out Shea by La Portier. If you can't find Shea by La Portier in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company, Shay Media, on all of its platforms. And my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. That link is also pinned in the chat. Oh, Johnny joins us tonight, as he always does. Hey, you can check out Johnny on his podcast, Glory Days, featuring Johnny Manziel. Please make sure you go subscribe, make sure you like it, and check out Johnny on his own personal podcast, Glory Days, featuring Johnny Manziel. Miami Hurricanes beat the Florida Gators 26-7. Is it time? Question is, Johnny, look, Ocho, you talk about this all the time. Florida used to be a place. I mean, you get the Tim Tebow's, and you get the Percy Harvins, and you get the Joe Hayden, and you get the Pouncey brothers, and you get all those first-round draft picks. They still get a couple, but they don't have the level of talent.
No.
But that doesn't mean they don't have the level of expectations. That doesn't change. Once you become a success, the fans expect you to have that level of success for perpetuity, because that's all they remember. Mm-hmm. And right now, it's really tough on Billy Napier. Does he survive the entire season, or is it time for them to move in a different direction? Johnny, you take it. Johnny, you take it first.
Man, yeah, this is a tough look for the Florida Gators program, for them. I think everybody in Gainesville is used to that program being at the top elite level. You're used to what you've seen in the past, what they have going right now, what the preseason expectations were for this team. They don't get tossed around by in-state schools like this ever, this consistently in the past. So for them to be struggling, a change needs to happen at Florida. I think everybody from one end of the spectrum to the other at the University of Florida is uttering for that. I know my boys behind the scenes are just kind of shaking their head in disbelief. I mean, DJ Lagway was supposed to be their guy. This is a guy that you're looking at the top of the SEC quarterback rankings at the beginning of the season. He's up
Mm-hmm.
there. Look tonight, 12 of 23 for 61
Mm.
yards. That's supposed to be an opening drive,
Yes,
Unc.
you're exactly
That's
right.
supposed to, that's supposed to be what you
Mm-hmm.
script
Your
all
first
week in the
15.
walkthrough and in practice. First 15 is supposed to be 61
Mm-hmm.
yards. To play 4 quarters of football and get 61 yards of passing
Mm-hmm.
offense, you ain't going to be doing a lot with that. That's complete and total and utter dysfunction from top to bottom on the offensive side of the football.
When we put this in perspective, Ocho,
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman's quarterback, Timmy McClain, had more passing yards, 86, against Miami in a loss on fewer pass attempts.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Redale Anthony ain't walking through that door. Ike Hilliard ain't walking through that door. Neither is Fred Taylor, and Tim Tebow's already graduated.
Emmett Smith, Riche
Listen,
Caldwell, anybody else you want?
listen, all the way down. I think,
Javon Kurtz.
yeah, I think things need to change. Even if you do change the head coach, it's still gonna be the same thing. If you don't have the players, if you don't have the money, you gotta pay. You gotta pay to win now.
Yeah.
That's the landscape of NFL college football right now, is to be able to bring recruits in, those that can contribute and play right now. And until you do that, until you have boosters and you have support behind the scenes to be able to pay some of the players to attract them to come to your school, it will never be like the Florida Bowl back in the 90s, back in the 80s, back in the early 2000s, where you can compete with the Miamis, with the other teams in the
Bamas, the
in
Ohio States.
That's long going. That's long going. You got to play to win.
Now it's taking even more, Johnny, because you got to go into the portal. You got to entice some of these kids that's in the portal that's thinking about it, saying, you know what, I got a little extra. Hey, okay, I'm making $1 million here. I'm making 500,000 here. I wonder if I can go to another school. Teams are looking more so now at portal than they are high school seniors, because they want someone that already knows what it's like to be in college. They already have study habits. They've already gone through the process of being on a college campus, of playing college football. So that's kind of the direction, if you look at it, everybody, teams are starting to try to move in. Hopefully they can entice someone to leave an Alabama and come to their school, leave an Ohio State and come to their school, leave a Michigan or Texas A&M or whatever high a program is, offer them more money and get them to go there.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to say entice them how? Because listen,
it's money.
Oh, okay. That's
and $5 and $10 million in NIL or whatever they want to call it is not enough, Johnny. You got to have a pool 15, 20, 25, $30 million, because one player on your roster is going to command probably a $4 million salary.
Yeah, he got to be that boy commanding $4 million. You got to be a difference maker. You got to be a difference maker to be able to command that kind of money. You look at the landscape of college football right now, and the players that command $4 million or better, be that boy. Jeremiah Smith, that's that boy. Man, listen, if it was last year, Jeremiah Smith was top 5 as the goddamn freshman he was coming out in the draft.
Yep.
He can command that kind of money. So players that command that kind of money, you got to be special and be able to change a program, the trajectory of a program right away, right now. It ain't that many of them. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't that many of them, right? Not right now. Not like that.
I think you got to recruit, John. Let me tell me what you think. Look, Billy Napier, I think he's a really good coach, because he was on that staff with Nick Saban, and they had Dan Lanning, and they had Kirby Smart, and they had Perry Fuel, and they had Mario Cristobal. They had the coach at Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. If you go back and look at that staff and what they had, if I'm not mistaken, Dan Lanning was a grad assistant. Kirby Smart was the head coach, and they had all these guys that are coaches now in the NFL of major college program. Billy Napier, if I'm not mistaken, was the receiver coach. But you've got to be able to recruit. And can they entice Urban to come back? Urban left because he had heart palpitations, and then he went to Ohio State, and they got better. They got good medical staff at Ohio State and a little bit more money, and they had better talent.
I'd back up the Brinks truck if I was Florida to get Urban Meyer back. I'd do anything in the world to get that man back there and get something. The good news for Florida, with the way the college football landscape is right now, though, is if a couple of these guys get together and say, enough is enough, we're tired of this, you can go get $30-40 million in a pot in a Gainesville alumni. You can go to a collective and get enough money and be like, listen, we're going to hit the transfer portal really hard this offseason, And in 12 months, your roster and everything can look completely different as you go into fall camp a year from now. So that's the one thing that Florida has. They have the pedigree, they have the history, they are in a great conference. They're just not good right now. You look at their schedule this year, what they've done, 10 points the first week. They score 16 points the next. That's 26 points. Then they put up 55 against Long Island, which honestly not enough.
81.
And then 7 tonight. So against three good real schools, that's 28-7. What is that?
35.
35 points.
Yep.
They've scored 35 points in 12 quarters of football. What are we talking about here? That ain't enough to beat nobody. There's high schools out there that could probably come up and whoop up on them right now.
But here's the thing you're talking about, Johnny. You say there's enough money to get in the to put together to create a pot at a portal. You're gonna probably have to buy Billy Napier out of that contract. That's gonna cost you 20-30 million right there.
Take the A&M path, man. Stroke that check and get it going.
No. Florida ain't got that money like Texas A&M. Texas A&M got deep pockets. I mean, their hands go all the way to their pockets so deep they go all the way to the ground.
My advice to them, go play that lottery with the Alabama lady we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Hey, Unc and Johnny, I think it all comes down to, especially if you get a coach like Urban Meyer, if you get him to come back for whatever reason, if it does happen, I think it's possible to get the money. And with Urban Meyer coming back, I think players will probably gravitate and want to come to Florida
for sure.
If the price is right, if the money's right, and they allow him to do things his way, and which he did when he was there and he was winning at that time, he could turn that program around pretty fast, especially in the offseason with the transfer portal. He can do that.
It's harder now to Ocho. They don't let the student athletes get away. They got this thing called the internet. They got this thing called the camera phone. They got this thing that so the things that he got away with at Florida and some of the stuff that he got away with at Ohio State, I'm not so sure now you're going to be able to get away with said things. And so they keep a closer eye on it. Now, do I believe if you were to come back, the as Johnny mentioned, the Alumni Association wouldn't be willing to get together to pay this man $11-12 million, what it would take to get a coach of that caliber back in the folds? Absolutely, I believe they would. And they say, you know what? If that means we got to spend $25-30 million about Billy Napier out and another $70 million over 6 years to get Urban back in, and plus another X amount of dollars to put in to try to get these top guys to come here, okay, it is what it is. But we want to win.
It comes down to, do you want to have a good college football program, or do
it's
you
really
not?
that simple.
That's all.
You're going to spend it and figure out a way to make it in the back end and figure it out over time. You want to be good. You want to compete now. You want to look up in 5 years and say, okay, we can get into the playoff, or you still want to be doing this? Because whatever this is right now for Florida is the fun it. You're the little dog in the state right now, and that's tough for them to swallow. It's tough for them to have to sit there and look at, because the product that they're putting on the field, you don't want to kick people when they're down, right? But you have to call a spade and call it what it is. That this team, this program. There ain't nothing special about it. You let US come in and walk over you and then turn around, another in-state rival, smacked. 7 points, not even competitive.
And hey, and Johnny, it all comes down to those that actually have the money to be able to pull this off. This investment is long-term anyway. It's not about right now. Are you willing to invest the money to see your program turn around? It's not going to be an overnight success. It takes long-term, because the people that have this kind of money are all about business. They understand how business works. You pour the money in now and you wait until things gradually improve year after year, especially if you get a coach like Urban Meyer back. Things are going to turn around pretty fast.
Yeah, the question is, does Urban, at his age, he's been away from the game for a while. He has a nice cush job at Fox. He gets to talk about football a couple of times a week, maybe go interview a coach here and there, and he doesn't have to.
What about Jimbo Fisher?
Okay, yeah, now that's it. Hey, Jimbo say, hey, I got a pocket full of money. I could
use the other pocket full too.
Yeah. Hey, my left pocket full ain't got nothing in the right. Let me get this right one full. You know what? Now that you mentioned that, I like that. I like that.
Hold on,
He's not coaching anywhere. Knows the state of Florida really well.
He was the head coach at Florida State.
Hold on, I got one. I got one. I'm just throwing this out there. Just possibility, since we throwing names in the hat. What about another Floridian that knows Florida very well in prime, coming on back down to Gainesville. Obviously, I know it's not Tallahassee, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Since we put names in the hat,
Yeah, that's
that's
all.
not a
That's
bad
all.
option.
Yeah.
That would make some numbers. That would move the needle. Prime being in the SEC and in Florida, that would be
Absolutely.
yeah.
He definitely
Colorado could be holding on for dear life to try and keep him. But it all comes down to the brass and who's running the show at Florida and what they want to go after. But this hire and what they've done with this staff, this is definitely not working. I think the original question to sum up the whole thing is, this Florida team and this Florida program is not competitive in the SEC
no,
whatsoever, and that's just not acceptable for a program of that caliber.
no, and the SEC is getting better. It just is. The days of, I mean, you got Oklahoma came there, Texas came in there, Georgia is good. Hell, look at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is looking good. Vanderbilt might put foots in Florida this year. So they're gonna have to do something. And guess what? In 2 weeks, Miami and Florida State. The Canes are off next week, while the Noles will have to beat Virginia. If that happens, we'll get a top 10 Canes and Noles.
Hey, that game, hey Johnny, that game now, the way Florida State playing this year, the way the Miami Hurricane playing this year, it brings that old excitement of the early 2000s where they would meet up. It brings that same excitement. Defensively, offensively, both of them playing very, very well. Hell, goddamn Florida State put up 66 today. Now, I understand who they were playing. It's nothing to hoop and holler about, but I understand who they were playing. But obviously, the first two opponents, man, they did a number on them as well.
They did. They put foots in Alabama.
Yeah.
Listen, their offense is
Oh,
rolling.
man.
You look at it every week. Look, from here on out, I'm putting some money on Florida State every week, over on points, over on whatever you want to do. But they look good. You're supposed to go out and do that versus teams that are inferior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, inferior for sure. You're supposed to. But the fact that you can go out and do it, your offense is clicking, you're rolling, you're not having any 3 and outs, any lapse in judgment, that type of stuff. When you see that week in and week out, you're like, okay, these guys are dialed, these guys are clicking. So when you do get to a matchup like that, it's going to be one for fireworks. The bad news for Florida as well, just to add on a little bit of salt on their whole grave, play Texas.
Oof.
Then they play my Aggies. Mississippi State, okay. Then they got Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State, and that will be the season for the Florida Gators. So I don't know if you hear about that list, those teams, what their schedule looks like, but it's really, really looking like maybe a 3 or 4 win team for Florida this year.
I definitely don't see how Billy Napier survives that. I don't.
I don't see how they. I mean, even if by some miracle they won 6 games,
that's not enough.
It's still not enough.
I mean,
it's not enough.
Based on the standard in which Florida holds themselves, including alumni, the academic, I'm talking about academic, the sports program in general, he's not gonna be able to survive, huh? He's not. Matter of fact, the Dolphins in Florida are in the same boat.
For sure.
The Dolphins and the Gators is basically in the same boat. I think you could beat Florida right now.
I think the biggest thing is, Ocho and Johnny, when you look at it, you're in the SEC. Unless you're Kentucky, you're a football school. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
You in football school, and you want to compete. Because the one thing that Florida doesn't want to become is what Vanderbilt used to be, and occasionally they still are, everybody's homecoming. You open the season, and you see, and they got a homecoming queen. That ain't good.
Fresh meat.
You know what I'm saying? The first game of the season, you somebody's homecoming. Bro, they're like, damn. But if you go back, if you look at Florida, they don't have, Florida used to have 2 or 3 guys going in the first round. They don't get, but I don't, maybe when you spread it out, Jeremiah Smith is going to Ohio State, and a lot of these guys from the state of Florida, they go other places, or they don't go to Florida. They go to Florida State, or they go to Miami, or they go to Alabama. They go to Ohio State. They go to Georgia.
Oregon.
They go to
Oregon.
They go every place except Gainesville.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep a few. I ain't saying you're not gonna get them all, because even when Florida was at its best, they didn't get them all. But you got to get some, and they're not getting nearly enough of the good ones.
Yeah.
In order to make a difference in the program, or enough of that guys that's in the portal. But something's got to change. And normally you can't get rid of all the football players. The first thing you change is the coaching staff. And I don't advocate anybody losing their job, but I just don't see how Billy Napier keeps this job, Johnny.
Yeah, no, it's not the fit. Like you have to have some semblance that things moving forward are going to be okay. That we're going to get this ship righted. You know, they have given him some time, and this even last year going back, like it hasn't been great. So at some point in time, you know, these decisions behind the scenes are probably already they're
For
being
sure.
talked about. They're being they know it's a band-aid. They don't want to rip
Mhm.
off, but at the end of the day, sometimes waiting longer just makes it worse.
Oklahoma beats Auburn 24-17. The Sooners racked up a school record 10 sacks against former OU quarterback Jackson Arnold, including multiple in the final minutes to seal the win. John Mateer has been throwing up the money sign with a nickname, Money Mateer. When asked about the nickname, he joked there's a little different person than Johnny, said, the difference between the first Johnny and me, Johnny, I'm going to church in the morning. Johnny, damn, Johnny, I know you went to church at least once or twice.
Yeah, man, I grew
Church
up
is
in the
chicken or
church,
something.
bro.
You went to something called a church. Church is chicken.
Man, I grew up in the church with my grandparents, my mom, my dad. We would go to church every Sunday when I was a kid growing up, go play family scrambles on the
There we
golf course
go.
afterwards. We were definitely a house that was raised by the Lord. So more than anything, man, Philippians 4:13, you know, I can do all things through
Strengthen
Christ who
me.
strengthens me. It's my dog. Enjoy church in the morning. I don't take anything that is said as a slight. I get he's trying to be funny. It is what he is. Continue to keep playing well, young fella, and all is well. Oklahoma has a good team
Yes.
right now. First time beating 4-0 for them in a while. I don't look at anything like that's said anymore and take it as a slide or take it in any kind of way. You know, I'm still able to sit here over a decade later and be able to have some love shown towards me, still be talked about a little bit in these college football ranks. And I guarantee you, anybody that's playing college football right now would love to have the experience, the career, and what I did on the field in college football. So he is playing at a very high level right now. He is a leader of a great
Yep.
school with a great program. And you know, when you come into it and beat a team like Auburn and your second year in the SEC against a quarterback that you've known that's been in your room, you know, this is a game that definitely meant something to them. So for them to come out and be in this position, you know, for OU, it comes down to what it comes down to every single year. And that's that game that happens in Dallas that's split down the middle and the Red River. And you never know what's going to happen or what it's going to be. We don't know what Texas really is, but you know, for now, OU looks pretty good, and they look like they have a competitive team that's going to fight through this SEC and has a chance to go into the playoff for sure.
Johnny, do you feel like every time there's a white quarterback in college that the little athletic and can run just a tad, they
Mhm.
compare him to you?
Probably. I mean, people always see flashes and shades of me a little bit out there. The kid from Arizona State definitely moves around like me a little bit. I think he's playing as high a level as anybody is in college football right now. The one thing I was talking to guys about today is, man, the quarterback play as a whole in college football. I'm missing the 2000 mid 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years. Where's the boys that multiple guys went out and played like Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson or RG3 or me or
Mhm.
Baker or whoever, Mariota? So many guys at so many different schools that were out there really doing people
Yeah.
dirty. And I turned the TV on this Saturday, especially
Mhm.
today.
Nothing.
I'm begging and hoping and
Something.
pleading to see any quarterback out there doing something
Yeah.
dirty, playing high level, high caliber football, even from the guys that we expect it from, right? The
Yep.
guys who we talk about all offseason that are at the top of the rankings of everything. You don't see it from DJ Lagway. You don't see, I see Sellers at South Carolina today on a 3rd and long miss a wide open crosser that's just like these are throws you have to
Mhm.
make that other guys are making. Right now, my favorite quarterbacks to watch is my guy at Baylor, Sam Levitt from Arizona
Yeah.
State. A couple guys sprinkled here and there that are like making some plays. Marcel Reed is really making it shake. He's throwing the ball really well and running it. Other than
Mhm.
that,
Klubnik, you
I
expect the
think for
Klubnik to
anybody
play well at Clemson? And
Mhm.
he's not playing
No.
well. Like Arch isn't
nope.
playing well. He can hop up and flex on Sam Houston all he
Yeah.
wants. Corny move, by the way,
That doesn't
but
count. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
count.
yeah, yeah,
nevertheless,
yeah. That's not. I don't know. I don't know where he got that from.
nevertheless,
Mhm.
I'm sure not only did his dad call him, his grandfather called him, and both of his uncles called him. Say,
Mhm.
what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You standing over a guy from Sam Houston State.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have to help them up. You ain't
Mhm.
got no business playing Sam
now
Houston State.
I did have a play versus Sam Houston State at home where I trucked somebody in the end zone and I got up and I kind of stepped over him a little bit, but I didn't flex on him and I didn't get in his face. I just was a little
Right.
hype after it.
Hey,
So I'm sure some people are going to come at me after that. But this, for what Texas is right now and the way that he's
yeah,
been playing, it should be suit and tie, buttoned up. I got to learn how to throw a shallow
yeah.
Right.
cross.
Hey, the funny thing about it too, Unc, and Johnny, you think about all the quarterbacks that have been hyped up, in the offseason, going into the college season, nothing really pops out on film. Most of the time, especially back in the day, obviously when Johnny was playing, there was always somebody that gave you a little excitement. You couldn't wait to watch when that individual would play. And there just hasn't been that. To me, honestly, I was kind of fooled by the media, by the analysts, by the pundits, because I thought Arch Manning was really the second coming of Christ. Because that's
Bro,
what
he couldn't beat a seventh guy got drafted in the seventh round, Ocho. He couldn't beat him out. Come on now.
Hey, listen. You heard what you just said? Guy got drafted in the seventh round and he couldn't beat him out. But again, the way they talk about somebody, that's all I have to go off of. The small sample size I saw when he came in, when Uber was hurt, I can't go off of that. I'm basing everything off what these so-called experts say, and they had me thinking like, okay, I'm locked in on the first week of Texas game, and I'm looking like, well, this
No.
can't be. Well, maybe
No.
I'm like,
So right now, the guys you want to flip the TV on, like, damn, maybe I'll watch this guy play quarterback. Castellanos at Florida State is a guy who will get you up
he's
Yeah.
a
nice.
little bit.
He's nice.
Baylor in their offense is slinging the ball around the yard a little bit. Sam Levitt at Arizona State definitely has a little bit of something to him where he's making some stuff plays and extending some plays. Marcel, I think, is a guy who's developed passing the ball where A&M's offense with their receivers and what they have right now are really, really exciting. And that's not me even being a homer. That's just straight
Right.
facts to what Cleaver did in that game and what they're doing offensively and Colin Klein has them doing. I think that's an exciting offense to watch. But as you go around the whole country, there is nothing that really, really jumps off the page where you're like, damn, that guy right there, I got to turn the TV on Saturday for that.
I'm not so sure people even know who John Mateer was. And now he's the favorite for the Heisman. The guy came in, he was an unknown. And I'm not saying unknowns. We saw that. We've seen Jaden Daniels come out of nowhere. We've seen Joe Burrow come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Hell, Johnny, you came out of nowhere. But I'm like, damn, at least some of the guys that were favored were playing well, but other guys just played better. All the guys that were supposed to be at the top, they playing like, man, star fry. I'm like, what the hell is... And like for me, when I watched Arch last year, and when Ewers was out, you look who he played. Now, bro, I can't get excited about San Jose State. I can't get excited when you're playing inferior teams.
Right.
If you are what you said you are, I give you prime example. Look at Trevor Lawrence. He came in and he beat the starter out the previous year. That's what a number one overall pick's supposed to do.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to look. You don't supposed to keep a guy goes in the seventh round, keep you on the bench for 2 years.
Right.
Ocho, how can I say, man, I'm him, and I gotta wait a year. I gotta wait 2 years before I get on the field. Ain't no way. Team like, huh? I can see now. If you wait behind Peyton Manning, that's one thing.
Right.
You wait behind Cam Newton, Andrew Luck. I get it, but the guy got to be drafted high. You sat behind a guy that got drafted. I think he got drafted in the seventh round. He was a low round draft pick. Put it like this: he didn't go in the first 3 rounds.
Right.
So I'm like, no.
Can I ask a question? Would Texas fans and Sark, would they take Quinn Ewers back right
Hell yeah!
now? Crazy. And all we heard last year
Play
was what?
Arch. Put Arch in.
Crazy. Sometimes you have it good and you don't even know it. And I know right now that Texas offense with Quinn Ewers behind the wheel, they'd be
The
undefeated.
most popular guy on the football team is the backup quarterback until he had to get his ass in and play, and then he become unpopular just like the starter.
Yep.
UAB player stomp.
What happened?
Ocho, did you see this? The
what
UAB
happened?
player that stomped on the Tennessee kicker's foot after an extra point? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
After nailing a field goal to have Tennessee go up 20-0, a UAB safety, Sarah Bryant, stomped on the kicker's foot, Max Gilbert's foot. Bryant was called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Really,
Hold on.
guys?
He stepped on his kicking foot.
Yeah. Ocho, I'm talking about wop.
Ocho, he hit him with a quick run by, stomp on the top of the foot, and dip out. Almost like a dap up, but he just dapped the top of his foot up.
I ain't see that. He got in
Man, Ocho,
trouble.
you got to pull that up. You got to watch that. I'm surprised. Look, I'm trying to think if that would have happened in an NFL game. Would they'll probably throw an NFL player out if you did that.
Nah, they're just they'll flag him. Just that's unsportsmanlike
I don't know,
conduct.
Ocho, an intentional act like that.
Yeah, you got to do it. He didn't try to be inconspicuous with it. Like
no, he wouldn't. He tried to hide it at all, Ocho.
Nah,
he got him good too.
if they didn't throw him out in college, they definitely wouldn't have thrown him out in the game. But we got
I think the thing is they're gonna probably. I think they're gonna suspend him for the first half or something. Ain't no way they're gonna let that slide, Ocho. Huh? Oh, somebody. But yeah, Ocho. That was. I mean, that was. He can't even say, well, I was trying to get up off the ground.
Right.
It was like you remember the old Unc and Ocho, how he was stepping on people.
Oh, he wasn't playing.
It was more at least Unc and Ocho would say I was trying to get up and I lost my balance.
Right.
He can't say nothing because he could have just kept running off the field. He took off, he stopped. Oh, yeah, let me get this while I'm at it. Ha! It just took off again. It took off again.
Oh, that's funny.
Johnny, have you ever seen something like that in the game? You ever experienced something like that? High school, college?
I just looked up the clip right now. You know, the play ends. He's got to be getting ready to jog on the sideline. He takes a peek and sees it. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, pull it up, Ocho. You got to see it. You say,
"Fuck it, I'm gonna stomp on this shit real quick. Fuck him."
If you see it, Ocho, when you see it, you gonna say, yeah, they might have thrown him out the game.
I'm looking it up right now.
Man, I couldn't, because I'm like. I was wondering why they showed it. I'm like, okay, the guy made a kick, so why they showed it? And then I realized why they were showing it. It was definitely an egregious act. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh, well, he kind of comes by and like slaps on the holder a little bit, and then just runs right by him and does a top of the foot stomp. That's some WWE shit right there.
You found it, Ocho?
Crazy. That's a new one for me. We're seeing some things in college football this year that are one-on-ones, first time for everything type stuff.
I found it. Number one stepped on.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't throw him out the game.
And the referee standing right there too.
Yes. Because, I mean, if you targeted, they throw you out of the game. So what do you think he was trying to do? He stepped on the man's kicking foot. And then the guy sold it because the guy started hopping around like he had stepped on a nail.
You're just trying to give a team a little advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody on the sideline probably like, yo, we see you, bro. We see you.
I've seen some egregious acts, but I don't know. Normally college, they try to sneak it. You know, in a pile, anything goes in a pile. The guys will do a whole lot of stuff in a pile, but not something so wide open. Like you said, Ocho, the referee is standing right there.
Yeah, he tripped.
He's standing right there.
I've never seen that before. That's for me, that's the first. That's the first.
I agree.
And I'm like, bro, what are we? Johnny, what's going on with this new era? I mean, this new wave of players.
Young boys out here wilding. They're raised a little different than the old heads back in the day for sure. They don't know how to act.
Man, I couldn't even fathom doing something like that in an era growing up when I grew up. How coaches were, man, coaches grab you by your helmet.
Maybe people aren't getting their ass whooped enough. Maybe people aren't getting their ass chewed out enough.
They're not
to go through punishment. But anything like that would have happened from a middle school, high school level. I'd have been running, rolling up, down till I puked. I'd have been getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, you can't grab a kid.
You like this? You like that? You really want to act like that? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you on this field right here all day for hours that you're not gonna act like that. You're gonna treat people the right way. You're gonna respect the game. Kids like that just don't have that, and it starts from a young level of football, right? It starts from kids are playing ball earlier, so you're getting coached. And people are growing up and being raised in the game the wrong way from a very early age. You see it all the time with these shows they have now about, younger kids playing football, the Little Tyke show and stuff that you see. It's crazy. The purity and respect and level of the game and playing it the right way is definitely not there from a whole. Are there guys out there that is this speaking for a whole collective when things like this happen? Of course not. But stuff like this is happening more often. You look at it and you're just kind of like shake your head. Like back in the day, we
Yeah,
didn't see stuff
yeah.
like
I don't
this.
know if you could. I don't know if coaches now, Johnny, could grab your face mask. They used to
No.
grab your body back of your shoulder pads, like, "So what the hell are you
Cut
doing?" Or,
you out. Yeah.
yeah, hit you upside your head, and you go home and tell your grandparents and tell your parents. It's like, well, what? The first thing out of
You
your
did
mouth, what did you
wrong.
do?
Yeah.
What'd
Yeah.
you do?
You
They
did
like they
wrong.
already know for the coach to do that, you had to have done something. But you're right. I mean, today's now. You're afraid the kid is going to transfer. The kid is going to leave school. The kid's parents going to come up there because if they behave like this at home, they damn sure going to behave like this at school. Worse.
Yeah.
So I remember I told my grandmother, Coach grabbed me by my face mask. I came home and told Granny, she's like, well, I guess that means you're going to quit. Like, nah, I ain't going to quit. I need you to go tell him don't do that no more. Nah, I ain't quitting, but I want you to tell him to make him afraid to not do it anymore.
Yeah.
Man, my grandma was like, boy, please. You probably was doing something you ain't had no business.
Yeah.
Well, you still could have told him don't do it no more. But that's the thing. Coaches now, the way they, and I'm great. Look, some things needed to be done away with. Because some of the stuff that, coaches was getting out of hand with it now.
Yeah.
I understand there's a certain level of discipline and order structure that you got to have, Johnny and Ocho.
Right.
You got to have a certain level of it. But sometimes coaches, they go too far with it. And but now, all that, the kids get water breaks every 10, 15
Look at all the good programs. Look at the real programs throughout the history of the game, how they were
Yep.
coached, how things were done. Attention to detail, the
Gotta have
little
it.
things matter. You have to be hard. You have to have discipline. You have to be tough, hard-nosed. Like there's so many characteristics of what winning football teams and programs have had, and coaches that have gone out and done it. And there's a reason some teams and some coaches are the way that they are, and it's because they care about those things. And there's reason that other people aren't. And that's just what it comes down to. People think that it may not matter, but
Yeah.
it
It
does.
absolutely does. Because I'm not so sure how different Coach Saban was than Coach Bryant.
Mm. Yeah.
There's a reason why that's the winning this college football program as far as the national championship in the Pole era in 1936. There's a reason why. And that's not an accident that a team has two statues out front of their head coaches.
Oh yeah. And the funny thing too, Unc, when you think about it, Johnny spoke on it earlier about today's era of kids, especially going into college. They're wired a little bit different. They have money. Their mentality is a little different. Will Nick Saban style of coaching, will you be able to get kids to respond to that? Will they respond to that now in this era? I know he's not that far removed from the game of football, but I'm just saying if everybody had that same coaching style, I don't really think it would work.
It's so hard. It's so hard, right? Because in this day and age, you don't want to do something to have a kid leave because it
Bingo.
feels such a huge void. But at the end of the day, the way I was raised, the coaches that I was
Right.
around, it didn't matter. You were all held to a same standard, and the next guy was up. If we're hurting because of that, that person that left or got suspended or was not on the team or whatever, he hurt the team. So you look at it as a whole. It is a collective, one heartbeat type of thing. But at the end of the day, you're going to continue to coddle kids and do things a certain way and let things slide to the point of where it hurts and leaks through and infects the whole betterment of the
Right.
group. No, at some point in time, you have to put your foot down and be like, listen, this is right. This is wrong. You're going to do what you're supposed to do, or you're not going to play in this program. And if you can't abide by that, see you later. I don't care what we're paying you. I don't care how good you are. I don't care what it is. That's just the way of how coaches were with me. And I know how important coaching was for my life, for the game of football. It means everything. A good coach that cares and is passionate about it, that pays attention to the details versus one that's not, how it makes you better, what it does for you as a whole. What are we talking about?
You either coach it or condone it. And then, when you were coming up, like, bro, you tripping. It was the players. Man, cut that foolishness out, bro. You're killing us. If you get kicked off the team, you one of our best players, maybe the best player. Come on, bro, cut that foolishness out. Because sometimes you have to have your teammates tell you, because they can get through to you when your coaches can't. They can get to you your peers sometimes can get through to you when parents, coaches, higher up, whomever can't. Because, peers, that's what I say. association brings on assimilation. And
Mhm.
so sometimes the peers like, bro, come on, man. Man, cut that foolishness out, man. Coach ain't picking on you. You just keep doing dumb ish.
Yeah.
So once you cut the dumb ish out, we gonna be okay, bro. You too good. But I've been on had coming up in high and junior high and pop pee wee and high school. We had guys better than me, but you couldn't tell them nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ocho, you know what I get when I go home? When I used to go home,
Huh.
hey, tell them Sharpe I was better than you. Wasn't I better than you in the 4th grade? Wasn't I better than you in 8th grade? Wasn't I Sharpe?
The 4th grade.
Yeah, bro, you had me. You got me, cuz.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
I told y'all that could have been me.
Mm.
Well, right now we 30. So I don't really want to go back to the 4th or the 8th grade.
Right.
But yeah, you had an opportunity, but you want to be cool and walk the streets.
Hey, listen, we all have the same 24 hours, huh?
Bill Belichick experiment at UNC is even bigger disaster than expected. They got blown out by UCF 34-9. Tar Heels only managed 217 total yards, 2.5 yards per carry against the Knight squad, picked to finish dead last in the Big 12 preseason poll. This outlook looked bleak for the four games in the Coach Belichick's coaching era at Chapel Hill. They're now 2-2, but the 2 wins have come against Charlotte and Richmond. Now, guys, should we have concerns about Coach Belichick's tenure off the field? Now, we've heard, now, it'd be very, very interesting if the situation, he banned the scouts. Banning the scouts doesn't hurt Coach Belichick. It hurts the players that wants the scouts to come see him. And then he has a situation where they talk about his girlfriend and how she's this and how she's that. You read the articles. So I'm not breaking news to anybody that's listening to Ocho and Johnny and myself tonight. I'm not breaking any news. But it seems to be there are these articles that keep coming out, how she's around and how he seems not like the Coach Belichick, because I can imagine. Ocho, do you think this situation, he would have been a situation like this at New England? I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But I'm just saying, he seems different now than he was in New England.
Yeah, I think Bill Belichick has always been about business. The way he conducts himself when it comes to the game of football, that will never change. That will never change. The way he approaches the game. Now, the difference is in North Carolina, in New England, obviously you have the players, you have the personnel to be able to execute and do the game plan schematically that you have. Also, he banned the scouts. Well, what the hell are scouts coming for? What they coming to watch?
The players, they ain't coming to talk to you.
What the scouts coming to watch? Have you
The
watched
players
UNC play? Have you watched UNC play? Johnny, have you watched North Carolina play? Okay.
No.
Well, what they coming to watch? Okay, they banned. Well, they ain't really nothing to come see anyway. No disrespect. Now, as far as his girlfriend is concerned, obviously you have someone younger, someone you want to cater to a little bit more, as opposed to those you've dated in the past who might have been of age and a little older that weren't around. Obviously, wouldn't want to be around an NFL practice like that inside the NFL locker room or doing things of that manner. College, a little bit different, a little bit more lenient, different type of atmosphere, and obviously dating someone much younger, and you want to more so cater to that. Listen, I'm not in this personal business. I don't know. I don't want to talk much about that. But until he gets the players in there to be able to compete with everybody else, I mean, it's his first year. I would give Bill Belichick, one of the greatest of all time at the NFL level, being at the collegiate level now. Things have to start working in your favor when you can get the players you need to compete with everybody else. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, I think you look at it and you give him some time. Obviously, this is a new league, a new situation for him. The whole process of what he's doing in the college football game is much, much different than the NFL
Absolutely.
game. I don't think anybody was expecting UNC to be a playoff team this year. I don't think they've been very good or very competitive in the ACC probably since Drake May was coming out. This is really probably the last time. I can't remember the last time I've turned on a North Carolina game to actually watch a football game. Their jerseys look pretty
Oh, the
cool, but
colors
other
nice.
than
The
that,
colors fire.
colors are
Very.
nice. You look good, but you get your ass
Yeah.
spanked every Saturday. You are not a football school. So for me, it doesn't entice me. But I think as a whole, as you look at it from a college football landscape, Belichick has an opportunity to do something amazing. If they get the right players and the right people in there, it will be a great story. Right now, currently, with what they have on the roster and what it is in this transition, It's not going
Nope.
very well, but I don't think you can really sit there and judge as a
The first
whole
year.
until you get ACC play. You see how you stack up against other teams in your conference. This is not a good look, obviously, using to a UCF team, but UCF not a bad program.
No.
They've had good years in the past. They've got a good thing going down there. So I mean,
They brought Scott Frost back.
yeah, I mean, you got UCF is a solid program. They're definitely more of a football school than North Carolina is or has been in the past, in my opinion. So the girlfriend stuff, you don't see it anywhere else in
I
college
think that's the
football,
biggest
and
thing. And from him,
the media has definitely jumped on it and made it a big thing, maybe even bigger than it is. But to be walking around the field and warm-ups and this and that and the cameras when you know it's happening and you know it's causing a stir, when you know you're going to go into a press conference and get asked about it and all this stuff that comes along with it, it almost gets to the point like, why the fuck would you do it? Like why? You know you're just adding more scrutiny and more things to the pot. Like, honey, sit in the
Yeah.
suites.
yes.
Baby girl, I'll see you after the game. What are we talking about? It's obviously a problem. It's obviously an issue. People look at it and they're talking about it every single week. Doesn't make sense to me, and it's so un-Belichick. But at this point in time, with all that he's done, maybe he's just like, I am that guy. I can do what I want, and I'm gonna do whatever it is I want. They gave me the keys to this. I'm gonna run it my way, and you guys can watch and hate from the outside.
And the funny thing too, about Bill, obviously knowing him personally, he don't give two you know what about what nobody say, what nobody think. He don't care at all, at all. He runs things his way, and he can always continue to run them his way because his way works, and it always has. Now, obviously, they're not winning right now, but them not winning had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with her. Those that are watching and making stories about her being around, listen, it's being blown out of proportion because of who he is. If it was anybody else, it wouldn't be talked about.
But let me ask you a question. He would always tell you guys distractions. This is a distraction for his football team. Now
Listen,
he would say, let's limit to the distractions.
Mhm.
Let's make sure it's about football. Now people are talking about things that are not football related. So the biggest distraction created at the University of Chapel Hill is Bill Belichick and what he had in the extracurricular. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it. He's consenting, she's consenting. It is what it is. But we've never seen anything like this.
Right.
And I'm a little older than all both of y'all. I've never seen Coach Saban or Vince Dooley or Bo Schembechler or I've never seen any of their. I didn't even. You saw their wives after the game when they came down on the field after a big game. You didn't see them, man. If Alabama beat Eastern Michigan, you didn't see Mr. Coach Saban's wife on the field, Mr. Now they beat Auburn, they beat Georgia, they win the national championship. You gonna see Miss Terry by his side.
Yeah.
But that was the only time. So I think the biggest thing is, Ocho, given what we know about Coach Belichick and how he's run his programs
Right.
in his 20 years in New England, minus the distractions. Guys, we don't need distraction. Him saying very little. And for the most part, a lot of the things being talked about is his girlfriend. They're not talking about his team is bad. There ain't really anything good to say about it. But the distraction that he's allowing to be created.
Mhm.
And so that's what's surprising, I think, to a lot of people, because we've never seen a coach of his caliber
Mhm.
like do like this. I mean, I saw like before the game, Ocho, like he's on the sideline and she back there and they talking like they going over game plan. I'm like, well, damn, this. I said, I don't know. So I was just like, I wonder what's gonna be said. I can assure you, even though he's Coach Belichick, I don't know if the alumni, I don't know if the chancellor, the president, or whatever they call him at the
Right.
University of North Carolina, I don't know if that's what he signed. They signed up for.
I agree. It's odd. It doesn't coincide with everything that he's been about football throughout the entirety of his whole career. So I agree. I would think that somebody within the higher ups of North Carolina are kind of be like, what exactly is this? What are we doing here? Because if she's sitting there drawing some plays in the dirt and breaking down film and trying to get us some game plan accounting stuff, then so be
Right.
it. We'll take that wherever we can get it. We'll take it from the janitor. We'll take it from anybody we can get it throughout the organization. But that's not what this is.
Clemson, which was the top 5 team to open the season, is 1-3
Uh-oh.
after Syracuse lost at home. They lost at home to Syracuse 34-21. Dabo was seen crying on the field after the game. Nick Saban had some tough love advice for Dabo. Dabo needs to look at what he needs to do in this program to make this program continually successful. Do you have to change the portal? Do you have to change name, image, and likeness? The game has changed. You need to change with it. Otherwise, you're not going to put yourself in the same position other people are and have a chance to be successful. This is the worst start to Clemson since 2004 and the worst start ever in the Sweeney era. You know, he talks about, I don't believe in the portal. I don't believe in this. I don't believe players should get paid. Okay, Dabo, there are a lot of coaches that thought like that until they started getting their ass kicked by teams that were using the portal, when the teams that were using the NIL. Now, one or two things going to happen, Dabo. Either you're going to adapt or you're going to do like Coach Saban, or you're going to do like Coach K, or you're going to do like some of these others. You're going to go sit your ass down. Because if you think your way, you think somebody's going to go to now you're going to still get some players. But if you think a player has an opportunity to go to Ohio State and Alabama and Georgia and Miami or Michigan, and they can get $2 million or go to Clemson and somebody, get a scholarship. No, bro, that ain't happening.
Hey, it's not going to work. Johnny, Dabo knows that. The landscape of football has changed. College football is different now. Listen, y'all might not watch soccer, but like Liverpool and Man City, you have to pay to win. If you play FIFA, if you play Ultimate Team, if you play Madden, you got to pay to win. It's the same thing in college football. Dabo said some of the things he said in the past. That lets me know that you don't want to adapt to the times that we're in now. What means basically you trying to use a BlackBerry. You trying to use a flip phone. It's not going to work.
Two-way.
Every two-way. Listen, everything.
He's still using pager.
That too. Hey, Johnny, everything has evolved. The game has evolved. And if you don't evolve with it, it's
adapt or die.
It's going to pass you by.
Check this out. Because remember, Ocho, he was supposed to retire once the players started getting paid. Once these players start getting paid, it'll be time for old Dabo to lead the game. What Dabo do? Got a raise.
Yeah.
Now, check this out. Dabo said most of the guys that's in the portal aren't good enough to play for Clemson. Well, Syracuse just beat Clemson with a transfer quarterback, transfer offensive lineman, transfer leading receiver, transfer leading tackler.
Hey.
You might have players that ain't good enough to play for Clemson, and that'd be your problem. Why you over there bumping your gums?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen, he stood on business. He stood on business this last week, too. We won the conference 8 out of 10 years. I respected what he said, right? Because his pedigree of what he's done has shown for itself. Of course, they've been at the top of the ACC, which, if we're just being honest, hasn't been a very strong conference or had really competition in anything for the last decade. So they're kind of cakewalking through a lot of it, to be honest. It hasn't been very competitive. You get to the ACC championship game, they're mopping people by 40. The teams are battling to go 7-6. Like, okay, yes, you won the conference. Not a very good one, to be honest. Yes, you've been in some national champions. You've had some great players that have come through. Those days of what they were doing, Deshaun Watson,
Trevor
all the guys
Lawrence,
that came through,
those defensive linemen that they had, Ocho,
D-Hop, all the thing. There ain't no players on that Clemson roster that look like that.
D-Hop,
there ain't it. So you're gonna have to go and adapt and be like, we'll take. Maybe you don't have to go to hit the portal and get 15 guys, but you better go take 3 or 4. You better go take 3, 4, or 5. You better look around and start studying some film and seeing what guys are doing from smaller schools and go get you one. Because if not, people on your schedule are going to go get you one, and they're going to whoop that ass.
Look at Georgia. Look at the teams that go. The best safety in college football is Caleb Downs. He left the University of Alabama. Everybody because he said, "Hey, this program, I win, I do it." Okay, let me know how that work out for you. Now we're gonna check back with you in a couple of years. Now I understand. He's absolutely right, Ocho. He's won the championship. He's won the conference 8 out of 10 years.
What they got to do it now?
To my point, they paid you for that. Now, if you think that you're going to just be able to coast, well, I won 8 out of 10 years, and we be having this same conversation 3-4 years from now, that ain't going to happen, Dabo, because what you've done is you've created expectations. Certain programs, you have expectations. Dabo, you created that for Clemson. Alabama have expectations. Ohio State has expectations. Michigan has expectations. Georgia has expectations. Oklahoma has expectations. Certain teams have created what we call expectations.
Right.
If you think because what you've done in the past, that's going to be good enough, no, it's not. But they fly a Coker. He won national championship. Look at the record that he had.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
Because of his resume, because of what he's done in the past, how much of a leash does Dabo have if things continue to go sour this season?
I think another year, 2 max.
He got another year or 2 for sure. He's earned that with what he's done for sure, and you give him a chance to adapt. I still think this Clemson team will find a way to right this ship a little bit. You look at the rest of their schedule. I mean, North Carolina coming up, Boston College, SMU has a decent team, but they're still sitting at 2-2. Duke, and then Florida State, Louisville, Furman, South Carolina. So I mean, they'll be able to right the ship, make this season look somewhat respectable. But at the end of the day, it's playoff or bust right now. That's a down year for them. One that makes it really hard to go into recruiting and everything else that comes along with it.
And that's the problem that you have because South Carolina, it's, even though they lost again today, South Carolina, could possibly beat them again, could beat them. And first of all, you're not making the college football playoff with 3 losses.
Probably not.
That's not going to happen. And so now what are you selling? What are you selling them? Yeah, you made the college. I think they made the college football playoff last year, so you could sell that. But it's been a while. He's going to have to adapt.
It's tough to build on. You really are selling the past and selling a little bit of a legacy, and you come to a good school, get a good education. We have a good football program, but you're not selling it that we have a great football program right now. You have pieces that are on your roster that you can look at when you come to practice and you come see how the guys work, the facilities. You still have something great to offer, right? That's the positive thing for Clemson. You have a coach that knows how to get guys to the next level. That's a positive thing. I think you have a coach there that seems like a great person, seems like a good leader, seems like he runs a good program. One that if you're looking at it from a parental aspect, you would be like, I want my son to go there and play for this man. He's going to come out better. He's going to get a good education. He's going to be able to play high-level football. So you have a lot of things still going for you at Clemson. But at the end of the day, winning is what matters. Being at the top is what matters. And having a team and selling point that you can go to the national championship if you come here and play for this school, that's a major, major thing.
You're absolutely right. And you're not getting that level of player. I mean, think about it. You go from Deshaun to Trevor Lawrence. You got Christian Wilkins. You got Cleveland Farrell. You got Dexter Lawrence. You got A.J. Terrell. You go Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins, and you go Martavius Bryant. You look at the level of talent that they were getting. They're not getting that now.
No,
it was a factory.
They're not getting that now.
You're definitely not getting it if your pocketbook ain't open.
Right.
You're definitely not getting it if you ain't writing no checks.
Yeah, a Tahoe ain't gonna get it. Once upon a time, a Tahoe or a Denali would get you something. Not with other teams giving you Lambos and Ferraris and McLarens. That ain't gonna Cullen or Urus. Hey, Ocho, do you want a Denali or do you want an Urus? Hey. You want a Cadillac? Or do you want a Cullinan? The choice is yours.
He cool in a smart car.
Hey, Ocho, I understand it's Clemson, South Carolina, Johnny, and pickups might be handy. So maybe you offer a Shelby, one of those Shelby Fords.
Yeah.
They nice. I almost got me one. Now, I might swing back around in 2 years, but I was like, hey, right now I'm not in the pickup space headspace.
I got you.
Johnny, we're going to get you out of here on this one. Indiana destroyed the Fighting Illini 63-10 in top 25 matchups. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first time both of these teams had been ranked since 1951. Hosting the 9th-ranked Illinois, Bloomington, Saturday night, the number 19 Hoosiers manhandled Luke Altmaier and the Fighting Illini. They swarmed the quarterback all night, harassing him in the quick throws. and they beat them 63-10.
Woo.
Demoralizing Brett Bielema's team. 63-10. You're not supposed to get beat 63-10, Johnny, if you're two top 25 matchups. It ain't supposed to happen.
You've been a top 10 team for most of the season. You have a lot of expectations going into it. You get 63 hung on you. This is a humbling moment in their season, and one that will define their season, right? Indiana gets a lot of flack from last year, getting into the playoff. Were they deserving of being there? They get routed in the playoff. Everybody's kind of making fun of them. But what you do with that going to the playoff is you build off of it, right? You have good players that are experienced, that have been there. They know what it's like. They won a lot of games last year. So you're building a culture that's, hey, we're winning some games. We are not the Indiana of old. We are not going to be pushed around and bullied. And when you go out and score 63-10 versus a ranked team, that's something you build on in a positive way. On the other side with Illinois, this is a wake-up call. This is, man, maybe we were reading too many of those press clippings or too many about how great we were. But we are what we thought we were. And this is a time for us to either come together, button up, and still go do what you want to do in the season. One loss versus a ranked team that you look back and is going to be fighting for a playoff spot doesn't kill you. But you either shrink and hide and it changes your season, or you come together strong as a unit and try to fix the things you need to fix, because 63-10 is that's a day that you'll remember for a while.
Yeah,
sure.
You get beat like that. Ain't nobody going out. Ain't no part. Hey man, you going to the frat party? Hell no. You think I want
what party?
You think I want somebody to see me after this ass whipping I just took? Oh no. I'll see y'all Monday. I ain't even leaving my room. I'm gonna have my roommate pick me something up.
It's Postmates for them boys tonight.
Man, hell no.
Coming outside.
No, man. Hey, first of all, I wasn't really outside like that anyway, Ocho. But if we lost by more than a touchdown, I couldn't let down.
This is a bottle of whiskey on the couch and the Xbox type of night. You're going to be crying, you need a box of tissue after this one, because you're going to be sitting there looking at the mirror, staring at the ceiling like, damn, we went outside.
Boy, them jokers who put 9 tubs on us. 9 of them things. Oh, hell no.
You're sitting on the sideline for the boys who didn't play, and you're just going flying by you in the end zone. All you see is refs raising their hands all night.
Hey, smell the deodorant all night. Like, yeah, he got on Sure. Yeah, he got on 100%. Secret. Thank you, Johnny, for joining us tonight. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Johnny Glory Days, featuring Johnny Manziel on his YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. There it is on the screen. Glory Days with Johnny Manziel. Johnny.
Before I go, I am off to the great city of Las Vegas here right after this. I need a number from each of you. I'm hitting the roulette table. What we got?
Hey, Johnny, do me a favor. You like Frank Sinatra? You like the Rat Pack? The Rat Pack?
You know it.
Do me a favor. Go and see the Rat Pack at the Tuscany Hotel and Casino at some point we in Vegas. It's a wonderful show. You'll like it. You enjoy it. I'm not sure. I tried to get Unc to go. He's not listening to me. Maybe I can get you to go.
I'm gonna go check it out. I need 2 numbers for both of you, because I'm putting a rack on each of them.
Damn. Got it. Hey, you need to teach me how to gamble, man.
I got you. Baccarat's my thing. I'm about to go.
Yeah.
So you want a number? See, I really never played roulette. So
doesn't matter. 1 through 36, both of you.
27.
27.
8.
And 8. I split the profits.
All right, man. Enjoy, man. Have a good one. Johnny Manziel. Podcast
week.
Glory Days with Johnny Manziel. Make sure you go check it out. Appreciate it, Johnny. Ocho, Browns wide receiver Jerry Jeudy said last week the 11.5-point betting line against the Ravens was disrespectful. Jeudy just fired off double-barrel middle fingers during the pregame introduction. Jeudy was fined $14,491 for the gesture to the crowd. And also, the Ravens won 41-17, more than double what the spread was.
Hey, Unc. Unc, there were a few fines that the NFL handed out. That's like, listen, I understand the double finger, the double barrel, double middle finger.
That's gonna get you every time, Ocho.
Yeah, they gonna get you every time. They fined Saquon Barkley $46,000,
for lowering his helmet.
He plays running back,
No, see,
Hey,
you
but
told me they didn't call it. You say, they don't even call that.
I saw it today. I saw it today go by on Twitter, and I looked at the play. I mean, what the hell is he supposed to do? Like, what are we doing? What is the competition committee or whoever it is, whoever's passing out these fines? It's still the game of football.
Can't lower
You
your head
can't
anymore. I
change
told you.
that. You can't change the way you play. You can't change the way you run. You can't change the way you tackle. What are we doing?
Hey, I thought you always were supposed, when I did play running back, they always say run behind your pass. And even when I wasn't a running back, I tried to, I would go into a crowd. I'm
Right,
going to run behind my pass.
right. You got to.
I'm not fit to give you all this to hit.
Hey, and if you don't run behind your pads, you're gonna get yourself hurt.
Sure will. They'll saw your ass in half. Hey, then you will be running behind your pass because your ass be doubled up.
Yep.
Ocho, you're not going to like this. Bleacher Report just released the list saying only 4 NFL quarterbacks are true franchise quarterbacks. Number 1, my homeboy. Number
Okay.
2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 4, Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
They
well,
said
come
the
on,
following
man. Come
players
on,
just
man.
missed the cut. Joe Burrow for the most, Joe Burrow already finds himself among the top tier. However, he needs to be on the field to truly earn that designation. Multiple injuries throughout the years have blunted this standing despite one of the game's best and most efficient passers. Jalen Hurts, when nitpicking over the best game, important position, he's still difficult to envision Hurts shouldering the entire Eagles offense with the less talent around him and still being as successful. Jordan Love has, as long as he minimized turnovers and helped push the young receivers targets found on the Packers roster, the fifth-year quarterback has a chance to be counted among the league's best. Jaden Daniels has quite a good start to a sophomore campaign. Daniel has every tool to be successful, to succeed. He just needs to on a consistent basis. Baker Mayfield, his competitiveness and enthusiasm are infectious, though in the 2018, the number 1 overall pick does benefit from an awesome wide receiver core and good offensive line when healthy. He also doesn't have quite the same playmaking capabilities as others did that made the list.
Uh,
Ocho, they say they got 4. They got my homeboy, Josh Allen, Lamar, Matthew Stafford. They say the next tier was Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Jane Daniels, and Baker Mayfield. You got a problem with that 4. The
well,
first 4 in.
I don't have a problem with that 4, but the whole point of the list was teams that have franchise quarterbacks, I thought, right?
Fruit try, yes.
Yeah. Well, they can't choose the tiers based on franchise quarterbacks. Because we're not talking about who's the best. We're just talking about teams that have franchise quarterbacks. The Bengals have a franchise quarterback, whether he gets hurt or not.
Well, you got to be on the field.
Come on, don't do that because he hurt.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why they docked him.
Oh, okay.
Because think about it, Ocho. First year, what did he do? First year, ACL. The third year, it was, what was his hand or his shoulder?
Yeah, I think
his wrist. His
wrist.
wrist.
Yeah,
Remember his
wrist.
wrist. Now it's hold on, what is it now?
Oh,
what did he hurt now?
Remember his toe. His toe,
yeah, turf toe.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility, Ocho, he can miss.
He coming back in December. He'll be back in December.
That's if everything goes perfect.
Oh, it's definitely going well. It's gonna go well. I'm talking about he's gonna be fine, especially with technology and
yes.
stuff. But brother Jake Browning, you're gonna see tomorrow. I don't mean this. I'm gonna speak things into existence. My grandma always told me, anything you want, all you have to do is speak it into existence. Boy, we finna beat the brakes off Minnesota, man. We finna beat the brakes off Minnesota and Carson Wentz, huh? But now back to the topic at hand. They're a small selection of quarterbacks, teams that have franchise quarterbacks. Justin Herbert is a franchise quarterback. Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback. They're going on specifics based on the way they win as knocks. Oh, because he doesn't pass well, because he didn't have a no, that has nothing to do with it. There are teams that have quarterbacks that you can build around. Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud, these are franchise-altering quarterbacks. For the next 10 years, these teams don't have to do anything except build around those quarterbacks. So I agree with the 4, but there are others that belong in that category. And if we talk about the best quarterbacks, then you can put them in tiers. You can do that. You can nitpick, when we talk about tiers and who's better. But the topic was what teams have franchise quarterbacks, and those are quarterbacks that you don't have to touch or be worried about and just have to build around them.
I think that, and plus you got to look at a franchise quarterback. If I took Jalen Hurts and I gave him Patrick Mahomes' offense, could he get that team to a Super Bowl? Could he do what he did in Philly?
Oh, that's different. That's different. I like that
because that's what they're saying when they look at a franchise quarterback. They said that if it's kind of like the Job situation, if we remove the hedge, which is the greatness of that offensive line, if we remove that running game, we took A.J. Brown, we took Devontae, and let's just say we gave you Kansas City's offense.
Right.
Okay, let's just say we gave you Buffalo's offense. Could you still get that team to the playoffs? Could you still go win a Super Bowl?
I like that you did that. Now, when you did that, that changes the whole dynamic. That changes everything. Because you can put Mahomes on any team and he'll have success. You can put Lamar Jackson.
So what would Mahomes look like with that with Philly's offensive line, that running game, and those receivers?
That wouldn't be fair.
You put Josh Allen in that to put Josh Allen in that system.
Put Lamar Jackson in it.
Put Lamar in there. Okay, if I turn around, if I take Patrick Mahomes and I put him in Lamar's system, it's going to be the same thing. If I put Josh, if I took Matthew Stafford and put him in Philly.
Hey, listen, and you got to think, everybody you mentioned, you talk about gunslingers.
Yes.
Gunslingers, just having the addition of a running back and an offensive line like that, if you put any of those quarterbacks in Philly, it's almost unfair.
Right.
It's almost unfair when you think about it.
So, I understand, because I think the thing is, Ocho, you're like, oh, he's really good.
Yeah.
There's always only been like franchise altering.
Yeah.
There's only been a handful of them. In the 80s, you go back, and look at the 90s, you go back, you look at the 2000s, you look at the 10s, and there's only been a handful of them. There's never been 10 franchise quarterbacks. We just now, anybody that has a good year, they're a franchise quarterback now. Where we used to make guys play 3-4 good years before we bestowed that title on them. That's where we used to be, Ocho, with any position, not just the quarterback.
Right.
Bro, you couldn't just go to the Pro Bowl and then all of a sudden say, "Oh, I'm a top flight wide receiver or X, Y, and Z." Oh, Ocho, we got a very special guest joining us today. Hey, this guy won the silver medal in the 200 meters in Tokyo, the world in Tokyo, the Olympic game. In 2024, he back again. He won the silver medal again, and the World Championships in Eugene in 24. He won the silver medal in the 200. In Tokyo, just the other day, he won the silver medal in the 200 meters. Hey, at some point in time, he says, "I keep knocking on the door. I'm gonna be the first one to be in it. I'm gonna be the first one to get in the house." Kenny, your fourth championship, you get silver. How difficult? Because I know you're in great condition. You dropped down to the 100. Everything was perfect. You got great endurance. You got great speed. You built that. I know you. Please look. You got on the podium, and at the end of the day, I podium, but the goal. What you got to do to get the gold, Kenny?
Man, I just got to work on the small little things. I mean, like you said before, I'm in really good shape. I have the endurance. I got the speed. I got everything. I just got to figure out how to get that last 10 meters, because that's where it seems like it's been, just getting away from me.
Right there.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Hey, this last race, kid, I said, oh, damn, look at Kenny. Hey, he pulled up on you. You like, okay, you pulled ahead. And like you said, it was that last 10 meters. I was like, damn, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say for this championship, this was the best second half I ever had in a while. Because usually I always tend to get in the lead and I kind of give it away. But yeah, as soon as Lavelle kind of got right next to me, it was just, hey, make sure not to panic. I already know that I'm in good shape. And just keep on going. And, doing that from lane 8, that's all I can ask for. So, I mean, yeah, it's like a little bittersweet moment right now for me, because I've always been knocking on that door. But, eventually I'm going to get it, because every single year.
You going to kick the door in, huh?
I'm gonna put my foot in that door.
Hey, first off, I want to say congratulations, and I want you to take me through what it's like, that moment before you get in the blocks. What's that feeling like, crowd? Is it quiet, or do you hear the noise? Do you have butterflies? Are you nervous? I'm curious what that feeling is like before that gun goes off for you.
I feel like younger me, the nerves were really there, but now, I'm a vet now and I've been here for a very long time. But yeah, the I just embrace the moment. I mean, the crowd doesn't get too big for me.
Right.
I literally stare at the crowd right before the race and like, okay, it's go time. And as soon as they say set, everything is ready to go. I'm in that flow state. So just trying to execute my race and go.
Okay, I like it.
Kenny, man, all I want to know is, man, look, we got all these fast 100-meter guys. Can we get the baton around the track? That's all I want to know, Kenny. Kenny, can we look? I mean, 'cause far too many times on the global stage, Kenny, we got the fastest men, but somehow the baton end up on the track, or we get out of our passing lanes. Can we get it around the track tomorrow?
Hey, we for sure gonna do it. I mean, well, we got eight more hours to go, so I'm getting ready for that. But we've been practicing hard and we're ready to go. I mean, like you said before, it's we always had the foot speed, but it's more so the precision of the baton and just making sure to do our job, man. We're gonna get the job done this time.
Okay, let me see if I get this right. Okay, Christian Coleman's going to start it off. He's the greatest starter in American history.
Yeah.
Are you still at second leg, or did they move you to third?
I think I'm still in second. I mean, that's where I feel like I'm best utilized, and I'm gonna make sure to do my job. So we're gonna handle our business when it comes to that.
Obviously, Noah's going to be on the anchor, and
Yep.
when he's been anchor, we have yet to lose.
Yeah.
hmm
So who goes third?
I think Courtney and Lindsay, my training
Lindsay.
partner. So
Okay.
yeah, I think the good thing about this relay squad is Christian's my teammate, Courtney's my teammate, so we already have that chemistry. So I think
Oh, that's all.
everything's
Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep it close.
Yeah.
Just keep it close.
Yeah.
Because Canada, they powder their chest. DeGrasse, he powdered his chest. He doing all this. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see none of that tomorrow.
Like I said, we're gonna handle business. I mean, Canada, they always get things right. I mean, they've
sneaky.
been practicing. I wouldn't say they're sneaky, but I mean they've been using the same squad for the last 8 years or something like that.
Yes.
So they got those handoffs down. So we just got to make sure to do our job, and we do that, then we're good.
You're one of the few guys that's ever been able to run, sub 20. You run sub 45. It was really shaky. It was really shaky for the 400 meters. We had to run against, I think it was the Kenyans or somebody, it was just two people, just two teams, and it was basically whoever finished first. I saw the Botswana team.
Hey, they looking good.
I'm scared.
Very.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Kenny. I'm scared. They go 1-3-5, and they didn't even have Tobago. If they bring Tobago, they ran 257 without Tobago. I'm nervous, Kenny. I'm like a long-tailed dog on a porch full of rocking chairs. I'm nervous like that, Kenny.
Hey, I mean, I trust that they're going to handle their business. It's good. I mean, last year was a very close race, and it's going to be wire to wire for this one too. So they just got to make sure to do their job, and we're going to see who finished first.
Can we get? They gonna let Vern? They gonna let the old man? I mean, cause y'all know Vern is a gamer.
They call him an old man.
Vern is a gamer. Vern is a gamer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't spoken to the coaches. I don't really know what team they're going to put up, but they're going to put the best players down, and like I said, it's going to be wire to wire. So it's going to be a blast to watch that race.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm certain of is Rod running anchor leg. He said something very interesting yesterday. I don't know if you heard him. Did you hear what he said? He's not going to run very many hurdles. He look at I'm coming down to the 4 and the 2.
Oh, you said that?
That's your territory. Yeah, that's what Rod said. Now, if it's a lie, he told it.
Man, he don't want to come. He don't want to come down to the 2. We got too many people.
He says, I'm coming. I said, I'm not going to run as many hurdle races. I'm doing 4 and the 2. That's what he said.
Yeah. He can step into the lines then, but he ain't going to do anything there.
I'm just telling you. Hey, now now I'm going to broach this. Now, that's what you said. I'm going to say, right? We had Kung Fu on, and he said, you can come to the lines then if you want to. He said, you okay, but ain't nothing popping down here now. You might as well go ahead and stay with the hurdles, deal with Dos Santos, deal with Warholm, deal with Samba. Don't come fooling with me.
Yeah.
Me and no, don't do that.
Hey, don't do that. You can stick with the 4, but don't come down to that 2.
Yeah.
It ain't sweet.
Hey, Kenny, outside of track, I know you guys are busy, obviously, when you're locked in, when you're in season. What do you like to do outside of track? Do you have any hobbies? Do you have anything else that you're passionate about that you like to spend your time doing?
I like to do anything that just requires me to be outdoors. It can be simple things. It's just like ATV, just sitting by a bonfire, being with friends and family. I like skiing, playing basketball. I like playing video games.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa, 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 whoa. Video
uh,
games. What
yeah,
video? What you play?
I've been playing Madden, 2K every
Oh,
now and then.
okay.
Well, you
Okay.
play Madden?
Yeah, I'm the best Madden player in the world. What you mean, do I play Madden?
Man, I probably could beat you right now.
Kenny, can I,
Probably
can I,
not
can
even
I
that
tell you
good.
something? Can I tell you something real quick?
What?
Kenny, you can't even beat me in the 200 if we race, Kenny.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Hey, you better bring your spikes right now.
Hey, my spike's right here in the trunk.
Yeah, you better put those on right now. I'll see you soon.
Okay, let me know whenever you're in Miami. Matter of fact, I can come to you.
Yeah, come to me.
Okay, no problem. We could do that. We could film
What you
it
gonna
too.
run? You could probably run like 20, 22, 23 seconds.
23.
8,
Hey,
9.
hey, Kenny, you know what I ran in high school?
What'd you run at high school?
19.2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I ran 19.2 in high school.
Hey, another thing that I was gonna say, I also started picking up some kung fu stuff. Because my whole thing is Kung Fu Kenny. So
Yeah, dope.
this year I started doing a little bit of that. But I had to be careful because obviously, being a sprinter and everything,
Right,
there's a
right.
lot of things that I can't do. But
But you skiing. You ain't thinking about you being a sprinter. You skiing. You riding ATVs. You doing a lot of stuff that's really detrimental to somebody
Yeah.
that needs their legs.
yeah, I know my girlfriend literally she'd be telling me not to do these things, but I'm like, bro, I need to do something to let my brain kind of be at ease because I
Right,
do track as a job. It used to be just for love, and now it's a job. So I got to do
right.
something outside to go back to be okay. I can do what I can do again. But yeah, it's just hard to figure out what exactly I want to do outside. So I'll do things I'm really not supposed to every now and then. But just one time. There's nothing wrong with one time.
You go.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta have you.
look. We saw the USA's and we saw the 200, and you said, this is gonna be the day that I get it done. And we thought, and you were so close, and then Noah kind of nipped you at the tape, and then kind of gave you a shove. So what
No,
happened?
yeah,
Yeah, you shoved him.
yeah. I
So
shoved
I'm just
him.
trying to
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what happened.
We just had a little beef that was kind of going on, and
Did it start before the race, or did it start after he looked at you like he looked at you sideways?
it started before the race. So then, once we crossed the finish line, and I saw that, I gave him that shove, and we both could have handled the situation a little bit different.
Okay.
We both have mutual respect for each other, but I don't play when it comes to stuff like that.
Right.
And all I can say is that every single time I step on track, I want to whoop his ass.
That's what I was gonna say. If he'll stop looking at you if you beat him, Kenny. You got to beat him.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, he's been getting the better than me for years. So, like I said, I'm just trying to improve myself every single time I step on the track. Every single year, I've been getting better, stronger, faster, and that time is coming soon.
Yeah. Hey, listen, hey, Unc and Kenny, is really nothing wrong with a little friendly competition. Nothing wrong with a
Yeah, I
little
mean, it's definitely good for
I
the
love
sport.
it.
I mean, the fact that when I did it, I didn't think anything of it, and then it
Right.
was all over the news. I was like, oh, okay, I guess
What you
this is
mean you didn't think
happening.
nothing of it? You shoved a man in the back and y'all running. You ain't think nothing of it.
Hey, like I said, it was spur of the moment. But like I said, we discussed about it, and we on the same page, and we got that
Yeah.
mutual respect for each other. But yeah, it's definitely good for a sport. We need healthy rivalries like that. So every single time
Yes.
I
Yes.
like I said, I stepped down in the 100. I didn't do what I wanted to do when it came to the finals, but I was in really good shape to do something crazy in that 100 finals. I'm just excited for the next years.
Oh yeah.
There's a rumor swirling that burner account Track Spice that
Hmm.
might be you.
Nah, that's not me. Hey, all I can say about that is that my social media team, we don't handle that account at all. I mean, when it comes to that, that's just noise, and I just try to ignore that. I mean, that's all drama. For me, I just focus on track, and people are gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna believe me whether they believe me or not. It doesn't really matter to me.
Let me ask you something. You witnessed this. You saw Sid 1 year.
Woo.
She took the 400 meters. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna set the hurdles aside, and I'm just gonna focus my attention on the 400." And we see in 1 year, not only did she win the USA's, she goes on the global stage. and runs the second fastest time that's ever been run. A lot of people
Yeah.
I mean, think about how many women have run 40. They're like, no, nobody's going to do it. I didn't think I was going to see a woman be able to, because really, when you think about it, no one has really come close. I mean, think about it. Nobody has come within a half a second of Coke's record until Sid, when she ran 48:29. I said, well, knowing that who's in this race, because you know, Kenny, in order to get a fast time or a world record or championship record, you need two things. You need competition in the race and you need conditions. Now, she didn't get the conditions, but she got Paulino and she got Nasser. And when she got them, she knew. Because when Paulino got lane 8, she knew. And Pauline did something she normally never. She don't normally go out like that. Nasser's always going to take it out. So if I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, Bobby Kersey probably told her, Nasser's going to take it out. Attach yourself to Nasser. Let her pull you to Paulino. You're strong enough in the last 100 to bring it home. When you saw her run, when you saw her get out, and she was smooth, and you saw that time, what went through your mind when you saw 47:78?
I wasn't surprised. I mean, after seeing Sydney do what she did in the previous race, I was just like, world record? I think she can hit it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Sydney's a gamer. Like, she's a dog. I mean, we've seen what she's done in the hurdles. I wasn't sure exactly what she was going to do when she came down to the 4. The first race she ran, I was like, okay, that looked pretty good. But yeah, she's a hard worker, and I mean, yeah, that's insane. I don't know what she's going to do after this year. But I feel like, hey, you should just go after that world record. You're so close. You might as well just go after it. I mean, the hurdles right now for her, just that's her main event, and it's easy for her. So, just test yourself, what she did this year, and just try to get that world record next year.
Yeah.
I think the thing what she really wants to do, Kenny, she wants to take the hurdles under 50. Because she knows that she said she puts that record under 50. That record might be like Flojo 100 meters. It might be like Flojo's 200 meters.
So
it
like
might be
untouchable,
like Coke. That's what she wants. It might be like Coke's 400-meter record. Because something that, like, when you think about it, I mean, you can say, well, what you call it, 1054. Elaine Thompson ran 1054. Flojo ran 1049. Like, I mean, she had everything perfect. I mean, wasn't nobody close to FloJo when she was running those times. But you really think in the next year, because I think Bobby is positioning her. He's going to position the committee. We'll do the 4-4 because that's all there is left. Ain't really nothing left. She runs the hurdle. Can't nobody beat her unless she hits the hurdle and falls down.
Yeah,
but as far as just like, okay, there's a competition. Somebody line up. Femke Bol can't see her because Femke doesn't have the foot speed. I understand Femke. She's unbelievable, and she can beat everybody else. But it's kind of like being in an era with Usain. There were some fast guys in Usain era. They just weren't Usain. There are some great hurdlers in Sydney's era. They're just not Sydney.
Yeah, she's just a different breed. I mean, like I said, next year's an off year. We got Ultimate Championships, so I don't know what's in store for her. But I mean, like I said, she definitely can just go after that whenever she wants to. So we'll see.
Tell me what the Ultimate Championships is. So is that just the USA's? Because the Worlds, like every odd year. So we had 25, we had the Worlds. We're going to have the Worlds again in 27, and then you got the Olympics in 28. So as an off year in 26, what's the Ultimate Championships? Explain that to us.
So the Ultimate Championships is just some like new event that World Athletics is having in September. It's kind of similar like World Championships, but it's not exactly the same thing because usually you bring every country that qualified with the standard and all that. The Ultimate Championship is like the best of the best. So I think you either go off a ranking or what you've done previously. And it's only 2 races, so semifinals and finals.
Ooh.
So it's and the prize.
So you can have something in the tank. You have something left in the tank. You ain't got to go all these 4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, me personally, I was like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it for the next year, but then after what happened this year, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely motivated to go there, get that prize purse because the prize purse I think is like a 150K or 100K at least, which is something that
for a winner to win.
Yeah,
damn, I might start training for something.
Well, listen, hey, Kenny. Matter of fact, we can really solidify and kind of already put that money already in your pocket if you allow me to be your training partner. Because if you allow me to train on the side of you, I'm gonna get you where you need to be.
Man, you gotta race me first before you're trying to be my training partner.
You want to race?
You gotta race me first if you want to be my training partner.
But listen, I don't want to take your confidence away because that's what's going to happen if we race. So I'd rather you just allow me to come into camp and be your training partner. I could be like the
No,
mascot.
no, no. I'll allow you to come into the camp and be my training partner.
Right.
First of all, you gotta go through my coach, Dennis Mitchell. He's I don't know.
Hey, hold on. I beat Dennis running back in the day, so he really got no say so.
Hey, but
so y'all got a nice little group. Y'all got a nice little group down there at
we
where y'all
got
training Gainesville? Where y'all training out of Gainesville?
Orlando.
No. We're pretty much in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all got,
we
got
got a
Melissa
good group.
Jefferson, TT. Y'all got Kayla.
Yeah.
Shakari, yeah.
Yeah, we got Coleman, me, Aaron Brown. We got B Stu. We got a bunch of people. We got Kyrie as well, Courtney Lindsay. I mean, Brendan Hicklin. Like every freaking practice day, it just seems like it's a race. It's intense. I mean, you know, for me in particular, having those guys in the group has really helped me perform at a higher level.
Well, damn, y'all. So basically, the women's team is Team Dennis Mitchell because everybody that's on the damn relay running Dennis Mitchell, and y'all got 3 of the 4 guys that own him there.
Hey, like I said, that's that hard work that we all put in.
Oh yeah,
that's hard work.
If y'all don't come away with that gold medal, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Hey, I told you, we got it. We got it.
And I'll be on here talking. Hey, Kenny, I don't know if you be seeing it, but I'll be on here talking crazy to the Jamaicans, and they be feeling some type of way. They be feeling some type of way. Because they ain't got Usain no more, and it ain't no short thing. Because we won the gold and silver in the 100 meters. I said, we reprayed y'all. We got to go, and we got the fastest woman in the world. Can't nobody see MJ.
Yeah.
And we got the gold and the silver, and guess what? We was about to spank y'all in the relay, but we ain't got to worry about that now. We about to put something on you in the relay, but we got something for you.
Yeah.
When you say you're in shape, what's an ideal weight for you, Kenny? What are you weighing? 60, 65?
Oh hell no! I weigh way more than that. I'm 190 right now. I'm 190.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not the first person that's ever underestimated my weight. I had a teammate of mine a couple years ago. He's like, "What are you, 160?" I said, "No, I'm 185." And he's like, "No way." I just think I have a lot of muscle, and you probably seen photos of me. Like I don't have that much fat on me. Right. I think most of my muscle is in my legs. I don't know. But yeah, I weigh 190, 192. Well, I think last year was the heaviest I've ran at, and that's just gave me way more power.
Well, see, I was thinking like Fred. I was thinking Fred Curley because he's so tall that he's about 190. But I was like somewhere between 60 and 70. For you, I would have never guessed you would that. Yeah.
Heavy. So when I came into the group originally in 2020, 2019, I was like 180, and I was a 4.2 guy. Right. But every single year, like I've been getting faster and stronger, and I guess was just getting older too, just gained a lot more muscle.
The muscle maturity,
and it just makes it honestly makes everything feel so much easier too. I mean, sprinting mechanics and all that, from the block starts to everything, like it feels so much easier.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
and that's another thing. I mean, when I looking at you on television, television normally adds size. Right. But I was like that. I would have never guessed you are as big as you are as far as 6'2", 190 pounds. That's big for a 100-meter sprinter.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I'm different.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Coleman. What's Coleman?
Like height wise or weight wise?
Well, height wise, he can't be no more than 5'6", 5'7".
Okay.
I give on a good day I give him 8, but I'm thinking 5'7".
I don't know how much he weighs. I would say maybe around like 160, 170.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's why.
But you feel you mentioned when you got the team, Mitch. You were 180, but you feel the extra 10 pounds of muscle gave you the power to thrust out of the blocks, and it gave you the top to be able to hold it in the 200 because you were 200 special, and a lot of times we see this 200 specialists. We saw Usain, who's a 200-meter specialist, drop down.
Mm-hmm.
I think also with me running the 4, I pretty much ran the 4 my whole life. And then, I ran 44.7 in college, and then I went to Dennis group. And then after that, he made me run the 2 and the 1 pretty much permanently. I think that was just, the endurance was just instilled in my body, just growing up, running long distance my whole life. I also used to run cross country as well. Used to run some 800.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I ran cross country in elementary all the way to what, sixth, seventh grade. So I think once they got a little bit up in distance, I was like, yeah, this ain't for me, you know. So I just went into football and then just did track. But I
Right.
think just doing that in my development stages, that just really helped me bring that endurance and just made everything easier. So yeah, I would say 190, 190, 192. If I go any higher, then maybe I'll be a little too heavy. But right now, everything feels easy.
You had a very unconventional route to where you became. You went to a community college. You didn't go to Texas or Tennessee or one of these powerhouse LSU, Texas A&M. That's not the route that you took. How were you able to stay focused taking this route? Because most of the guys that you didn't turn pro right out of high school.
I mean, I honestly, I wasn't that fast in high school, but I think just my mom, I'm adopted as well. So, being a young kid, being adopted at 4, just had to work just to be where I was. I mean, she instilled good values in me every single day. I mean, she was a single mother adopting 4 kids. Like she was kind of the blueprint for me just to work hard every single day. And
Wow.
I was recruited by all the top schools at one point, but I was one of those kids where it was kind of like, oh, I don't really care about school. Let me just have fun and do sports. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that, hey, GPA matters when the schools want to come after you. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that was the question where junior year, they're like, what's your GPA? I'm like, ah, shit. So then, I had to
Not my
settle for
40. It wasn't my 40 spit time.
You said what? What was your 40 time?
No, yours wasn't your 40 time because you
Oh
had a
yeah, yeah,
4.2
yeah, yeah,
GPA.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You'd have been Gucci.
Yeah. So I had to go for a junior college in the middle of Iowa, called Indian Hills, and the program was
Damn,
brand
it's
new program.
cold. Why you
Yeah,
couldn't find a
but
warm weather city to go run track? How you go to Iowa to run track?
I didn't think about stuff like that. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so I've already ran in the cold. I
Oh,
played
okay,
football in the
okay,
Okay.
cold, all
okay,
that stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Touche, touche.
Yeah, yeah. So, I went to there for a year, did my thing, went pro. And yeah, I mean, just being from an adopted kid, going into foster care, like my whole life, the route just to get here was unconventional. And, I give thanks to my mom on why I was able to, be here where I am today and accomplish my dreams.
That's dope.
So when it finally does happen, you beat Noah in the 200. I mean, what are you gonna do to celebrate? You gonna have a beer? You gonna have a piece of cake? I mean, what's gonna? Because I mean, have you ever beat Noah in the two?
I mean, I have, but it's the fact of, hey, I beat him while getting silver and somebody else got me, you know?
Oh,
So,
oh yeah, you beat him at the Olympics. You're right. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
Because
so
he got the bronze both
it's
times.
not
Yes.
it's not really just about beating him. It's just about getting that gold medal because, my first year at the Olympics in 2021 here at Tokyo, I beat him, but then Andre DeGrasse got me. So it's
Right.
the
Right.
same with this, it's the same with Paris. Beat him, but then Tobogo got me. And like I said, that's why it's just kind of frustrating because I'm not focusing on just him. I'm focusing on just that gold medal because I
Right.
know
Right.
what I can do, but it always seems like there's something. And like I said, running from lane 8, not saying it's an excuse. It's just tough because you're on the island. You got one person ahead of you, and
Right.
you just got to make sure to be mentally strong and just think about yourself. You can't think about nobody else because you're out there running by yourself.
You're running
So
blind.
yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, you look at Wade Van Niekerk when he run when in Rio, he's in the farthest lane, and he knows he has LaShawn
LaShawn.
Merritt, and
Yep.
he had what's the guy from
I,
what's
I
the other
I
guy?
remember watching that. I don't remember his name though. I just remember
I know he's from Alabama. He
LaShawn.
went from Alabama. Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. But anyway, he knew they were back there, and
Yeah.
he knew those guys were sub 44 guys. Both had already won a gold medal in the 400,
Hmm.
and he just took. He was the last qualifier, and he just took off, and he ran 40. I had no idea. I
I
thought he
remember
was going
watching
to.
that when I was a kid. I just
Yeah,
like, oh, he's gonna burn out, and he just kept running. I said, oh my gosh.
that was the thing. He didn't burn out.
Yeah, he just kept going. And I mean, honestly, that's the mentality I have when I get a lane draw like 8. I'm just like, hey, I just gotta go all gas and just execute my race and see what happens.
No breaks.
So after the championships, how much time do you take off? Are you done for the rest of the year and just start? Because I don't think you do the indoor season. So
No, I don't.
now, okay, so now when will you start back? Okay, you're not gonna let yourself say you say ideal shape is somewhere between 190 and 192. Well, if you're not working out, you might get up to 195, maybe even 200.
Nah,
How
I
soon
don't.
will you
I don't even do
you
that.
you you
I
don't?
don't. I don't gain weight. I don't gain weight like that. Usually we have what, a month and a half to 2 months, depending on what coach wants.
Right.
Sometimes I'll maybe take a week or two more. Uh, but what I do, I do a lot of preventative stuff. So I give myself a week or two just to kind of do whatever I want to do, and then after that, I'm in the gym or with my physio. Just working on like strengthening small ligaments here and there because the body's always compensating, especially when we're redlining every single time for the whole year. Um, for vacation, I like to go to Thailand. Like last year or 2 years ago, I went to Cebu, Philippines. I always just like to travel, just see new things. I'm out here in Tokyo right now, so once the relay's done with, I'm gonna stay here for an extra 3 to 4 days, go sightseeing because I'm not one to go out and about when we're in the midst of the meet and everything.
Right.
And then after that, I got to do some stuff back home, and then I'm trying to figure out if I want to just go do a cruise. But yeah, I just love to travel and just see the world.
Karani James, that's his name. Karani James.
Oh yeah, yeah, karate. Yeah.
Grenada.
Hey, he's still running too.
Yes. Went to the University of Alabama. He won the NCAA championships in the 400 meters. Turned pro. LaShawn Merritt won the. I think LaShawn won in '08. He won in 12. Van Niekerk won in 16. And Fast Stevie
Yeah.
Oh
from the
yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah.
But it's so hard. I mean, why is it so hard for 400 meters to repeat? Because if you go back and look at it, Michael Johnson is the only one to double up. No other man has ever won back-to-back 400-meter titles. Why is it so hard for men to repeat the 400 meters?
I mean, you're seeing the times right now. There's always somebody that's coming into the fold. Somebody else that's running 43 seconds, running 43 fives or whatever. I mean, you got these Botswana kids
Yeah, Chippy just ran 43.5. Where did he come from?
Hey, there's just a lot of talented people in the world, and they just need the right coach and right program. So these kids are finally finding the right circumstances, the right system, and all that, and they're ready to go. And I mean, that's why it's hard. I mean, even look at this 200. I think this is the fastest 200 I've ever been in.
It is.
You know,
It is.
When Bolt was running, it was him, maybe one other person, and then everybody else is not running that fast. Now we got four or five guys that are running under some 20.
I think this is the most that we've had guys under, I think, 19.7? You had 4 guys that run.
Yeah, in one race.
Sub 19.7. We've never had that many run sub. And we had 4. We had 2 guys on the 19.6, and we had 2 guys on the 19.7. So we had 4 guys that run sub 19.7, which, like you said, unheard of. I mean, go ahead.
Like I said, just shoes are getting better, surface are getting better, training programs are getting better. You're finding the right talents. Like there's a lot of people in this world. Yeah,
and you're getting the right, because a lot of things have to go right. I was talking. We have MJ on, Melissa, and we were saying she had the right people in the race to go really fast. If she gets a +1 tailwind, she's going sub 10.6. Because she got Alfred in there, she got Tia Clayton, she got Tina Clayton, she got Toulouse Smith in there. So she has the people. You need the competition, you need a track, and you need conditions. She had everything except the conditions. If she get a +1, she's going to sub 10.6.
Yeah, it's over with. Yeah.
Because
Melissa, she's been putting in so much work. I mean, from seeing her last year into going to this year,
she's gotten stronger.
She got way stronger. Mechanics, everything has gotten so much better. It's just awesome to see what she's done this year, and I definitely feel like she can repeat this. It is hard to do it, but she's one of those athletes that can repeat and be a double champion again.
Man, I wish it was 2027. I wish we had the Worlds, and then next year was the 27, because to stay on top It's hard because, like you said, you got 200 countries, and you got some 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old that we ain't even heard of yet, and all of a sudden they
Hey,
pop up out of this.
that's why it's important. You got to find the right people. I mean, for me, I invest so much in my body. I mean, you got people, even with Tobago, he was Olympic champ last year. This year, he didn't come out with anything. And, there's just a lot of things that you need to do in order to stay on top. I mean, I got a physio, a massage therapist, chiropractor. I invest in a lot of my body. I mean, I got a cold plunge sauna at my house, red light therapy. Like it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the women in the hurdles. Hell, where did kombucha come from? How
I
she
feel like
got like that?
she's always been there.
I mean, look at what we got. We got Russell, we got Stark, we got all them. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, the women's hurdles has always been tough. I mean, you go watch the Diamond League, there's always 3 or 4 of them in that race, so they never
Real
get a
though.
break.
and it's hard. I don't know if we've ever had a repeat champion in the women's hurdle. Because you get one, and then the next year, boom, here comes somebody else, and then here comes somebody else. I mean, you had Joanna Hayes, and you had Dawn Harper, and then here come Brianna Rollins, and then you get Camacho. I'm like,
Hey, that's what makes track exciting, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Except when it came to the 100 meters back from 2008, 12, and 16, we knew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't who got he show up, who got second? Who would get the silver? God, you already there. You know.
Yeah, he's just looking like, all right, who's going to win?
Did you ever get a chance to race against Bolt?
Nah, I'm too young. Way too young. So when he retired, 2017, I didn't become a pro until 2019, 2020.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because I'm only 26, so.
Oh, you got some good years left. You about a year and a half away from prime. So you should be real good by the time 28 roll around. It's in LA.
Hey, that's perfect.
I mean, it's LA. Look, and they ain't coming back. Last time they was in LA was 1984. So that home soil. We need some home cooking, Kenny. We need home cooking.
That's the perfect time.
Well, I'm expecting you. All I know is I'm gonna be watching 2026 Ultimate Championships. Are they gonna be normal races, like they normally would be? What is it, the Drake and the Sack? So they're gonna be.
I would say yeah. Drake relays. I actually like going to that, but usually when they have that, I'm always overseas running somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, they'll have that Mount Sac. Still Diamond League. Like all those things are going to be there. I still think we have our nationals as well, so that will be going on. So we have a full season of a lot of meets and everything else. So like I said, time wise, I'm focused on just executing my race next year, and time goal wise, I got
what you're looking at at 100 meters. What's your goal? What's your goal for the 100? What's your goal for the 200?
So how I felt this year and what I was doing at practice, I was talking to my coach. I definitely could have ran 9.7 mid or 9.7 low. So I feel like next year, if coach wants to do it with me, I feel like I want to go after the American record for the 100 meters.
968?
It's 69.
Well, you got to run 968.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Hold on, whoa. Have you been under 9.8?
Yeah, I went 9.79 at our trials. Yeah.
Do you understand how Kenny?
I understand it, but like I said, with the shape that I'm in right now and the practices that I've had, like leading up to the 100, and that's why it stung so much more for me when I didn't cross the finish line, even getting a medal because of my mishaps.
Right.
I could have done something dangerous, and now I got to wait 2 years. But I'm just like, hey, screw it. If coach wants to do this next year, that's one of the goals that I want to hit, because I definitely feel like I'm capable of doing it. I finally have a start. That took about what, four years. I mean, my teammates were kicking my ass for 4 years straight in the blocks. It was so bad to where we were just like, hey man, screw the blocks. Let me just do the workout right now and just roll y'all up. Like that's what I wanted, because they were embarrassing me. But I feel great, and every race, even running the 985 in the semifinals, like that's the easiest 985 I ever ran. Wow. No tensing up or anything. So I knew that the finals I could have done something crazy, and then obviously you guys saw what happened. Had a late reaction, and then a
Yeah,
stumble.
I was like, well, damn, Kenny.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was a 200-meter reaction.
yeah. Like I said, I let it slip away, and that's why it stung so much more because I knew that I was in really good shape. So now I gotta wait.
You ran 9:79. Where do you feel you can make up that kind of time? Because that's a lot of time. From 9:79 to 9:68, that ain't no step. That's more than a step.
For
So
me,
where are you gonna make up the time at? At the start, the transition,
it's
deceleration?
it's in the start. So
Okay.
usually when in the 100, especially when I get up, you just stay relaxed and just hold on to what I build up. So for me, it's in the first 20, 30, 40 meters. If I can set
Okay.
up perfectly, then I can get it.
Man, you train with Christian. Can't you get that start? Can't you let that rub off on you?
It has actually. I mean, that's why that's why the start has actually been way better. I mean, the addition of having him also with the other teammates of mine, um, it just really helped. Like something just clicked this year, and then hey, I finally got to start, and that just built confidence. And going into Grand Slam as well just really helped. I just really needed reps in the 100 because that was the biggest thing that I was lacking in
Yes.
previous years. Like I was like, hey, can I get in 100? And it's like, nah, you're a 200 guy. Let's run a two. So I'm like, ah, damn, this is like my 10th 200 of the year. Let me get in 100. So this year really helped me out just to kind of understand the mechanics. I think also just being older and just maturing as an athlete, actually understanding what my coach was trying to teach me the previous years, everything just started just make sense, became way easier. And like I said, I'm confident that I can get around that area next year. But that's what coach wants to do. If that's what coach wants to do, because I know everything's about a plan. You could go crazy next year, but then you got another world championships and then Olympics. So if it's not part of his blueprint, then we'll see.
How different is the training from 100? I would assume that 100 you're doing 150s and twos. So for a two, are you doing 250s, threes? How different is the training?
It depends on the coach. For us in particular, we if we're training for a 200, we do like 250s, 300s, 150s, 120s, a lot of speed work. And then he's where he wants to make us hone on the technical side of the race because
Yeah,
like okay, you can build all this speed, but it don't mean anything if you're not technically sound. So
100%.
when it comes to the 100, 60, 80s. 60 80s 60 80s just a lot of 60 80s and then
Right.
120s. But I mean it's working. Like every coach is different. Another coach can say something completely different, but that's what we do. A lot of sled training as well. We do a lot of 1080 stuff. Like we do a bunch of stuff.
Wow. And weight training. Uh plyos, a lot of a lot of cleans, a lot of partial squats, a lot of box jumps. I mean, a lot of explosive stuff because you can't be explosive if you don't train explosive.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. I mean, you know. I can't give too much detail. You get mad
I
at me.
got you. I got you. I got you. Man, Kenny, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow, bro. It's been a while since we've been atop the podium on the global stage and the relay, man. Kenny,
Hey,
don't let us down, Kenny. Don't let us
hey,
down.
I said we got you. We
Okay.
got a good squad. We've been practicing hard. We'll get it done.
Hell, we'll be out here. Y'all hear that, Jamaicans? Do y'all hear that?
Oh
Don't be
my god.
bad. Don't be bad, because we about to get both of them sweepstakes, men and women. American flag. I got to find me an American flag tomorrow because I'm gonna be flying it high. I'm insufferable, kid. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I'm a sore
they
loser.
hate
I'm a worse winner.
they hate you.
They do, but they do. I, when y'all win this race tomorrow, I will give them something to hate.
All right.
I'm counting on it. Kenny Bednarek, silver medalist in back-to-back Olympics and in the World Championship. Kenny, congratulations. Good luck tomorrow. Come back and
Appreciate
talk
it.
to us again soon, man.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, bye.
Ocho,
Yo,
do we got graphics for this? We got a new game. Our newest segment is back. It's called Player Fade. It's presented by Prize Picks, and this is how it works. The Nightcap staff has made a slip of their picks, and we either play their slip or make some changes, choosing more or less. See, I felt pretty good. I got Tua right. Tua was right. So let me see what we got here. Jordan Love, more 1.5 touchdown passes. Well, Lamar Jackson threw for like 12, so he gonna have at least 2 more, 0.5, more. You like that? You like that, Ocho? Because you cost me last time because you told me James Cook was going to have, he going to have like 30 yards receiving and didn't.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to, but most of the time they.
Bro, I'm trying to win money. You told me they ain't have to.
I mean, no. Well, we don't know what the game plan is, but most of the time he catches the ball out the backfield as well. So I thought that would have been a smart play.
I'm betting money.
Okay.
I'm trying to win money. I'm trying to win 5,900 that you owe me. So I'm trying to do stuff to get that.
Okay. I see.
Oh, well, how about this here? Bijan Robinson, more than 110.5 rush yards and receiving yards combined against Carolina.
Absolutely. Come on now.
Okay, Ocho say go more. Tyler Warren, 47.5 receiving yards against Tennessee. That's the tight end from the Colts.
Hey, listen, the way Danny Dimes is dishing, man. The way Danny Dimes is dishing. What you think?
I'm going to. Oh Lord have mercy. Damn.
You ain't got no confidence in 17 over there with the horseshoe on the helmet?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Okay.
Yeah.
Jake Elliott, more than 1.5 field goal against the Raiders. They're playing the Raiders? No, that's the Rams. Jake Elliott, that's the Eagles, right? 1 point. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
He going 2. I'm taking the staff slip. But I tell you what, y'all better be right on. The only one I'm really concerned about is Tyler Warren, the 47.5 receiving yards. But I got to go against you, Ocho. My gut tells me to go against you.
See? One thing you never do. Never bet against the house.
Oh, you the house now.
Yeah, I'm the house. Never bet against the house.
Well, when the house going to pay some money? My money. When the house going to pay my money? Download the app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. So go on out there and play. You know, we're going to win some money tomorrow. Ocho, Atlanta Falcons cut kicker Younghoe Koo, after 7 years with the team, signed new starter Parker Romo to a 2-year deal. And Arnold Cole, the fans have asked us to bring the viral clip with Coach Prime and the pronunciation of his name back. Y'all did me dirty, Ocho.
Hey, that was classic, bro. But y'all had me rolling, bro. Hey, listen.
Here it is. Here's the clip. I don't think they can hear it. Younghoe Koo
Who you say?
kicks the Falcons to a win over the Saints.
What?
What's up, man?
Younghoe
Well,
Koo.
no, he ain't what you said, dog. You talking
What I
about
say?
something that,
I said Younghoe Koo.
no, you can't. That's not their name.
What's his name?
Who you talking about?
The kicker for the
What's
Falcons.
the name?
Younghoe.
You see what I'm saying? Don't try to change
Younghoe
that,
Koo.
dog. You gotta stop that, man.
Oh, but look how it was. Hold on.
How's
Look
it
how
spelled, dog?
spelled. Hey,
Okay,
Joe.
how to spell young? How they spelling young?
No, they don't spell it young
what
like we spell it. I think they spell it Y-U.
So how you know how to spell that and you know how to spell the other one?
No. She.
Oh, she.
Ash spelled it wrong. Oh,
it's a
Younghoe Koo.
How you know
Young
she?
Younghoe.
You said, you said Younghoe.
That's what he said, didn't he?
Yeah, Younghoe.
Hey, dog.
Hold on.
You have a
Listen to me.
flashback.
Hold on.
You have a flashback,
Ocho. Okay, what is this spell? Younghoe.
Dog,
What is that spell?
who wrote that for you? That ain't nobody's name. That ain't nobody's name, dog. That is nobody's name.
That
is nobody's real name. And you gonna say it. That ain't nobody's name.
Ocho. That is
That
his
is not
name.
nobody's name spelled like that. You know there ain't nobody's name spelled like that.
Actually, that is his name. That's the way it's pronounced Younghoe,
Why you say Young Way?
but it's spelled because no, she put it on there as Younghoe. But if you go look at it, it's Yonghhoe.
Ghoe don't make that sound. Go, go. That makes it go.
There you go. See, man, you
No, I'm
gotta
not
go.
saying that.
See,
I'm
always
just saying
try
you
to get
got
what I do.
flashbacks. You got to stop that, though, man.
The Falcons defense and special teams make big plays and thrilling wins. The
I was-
Saints
That's
have a
what he said, Chad.
24-23 lead.
Yo,
I
that's
said Younghoe.
so she was young?
No,
Oh, I
Younghoe.
thought you were talking about 2 weeks ago. I ain't know what you were talking about. I ain't know what you were talking about, dog.
Man, I ain't nothing. No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
Hey, boy, that was classic, boy.
Face
got my
DB,
stomach
Paulson,
hurting, man.
Edible.
Hey, that was classic.
Man, now it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
Hey, boy, that was classic, boy. That's one we gonna be able to listen to 10 years from now and still laugh the same way.
Y'all got jokes, huh?
Yeah, that was fun.
We've had facts. Can we show Ocho skateboard video, please?
But that was from years ago. You saw that?
You when that skateboard flew out from under your ass? Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, it was so long ago, but I can actually skate now. I compete. I be at the skate park and all now.
Astrout said, Unc and Ocho, when y'all weren't partying or outside in college, what do
Partying.
you guys do? Love the show.
Partying.
Much love.
Well, I ain't party.
I went to one party in 4 years of college.
Yeah.
I was in my room reading GQ, thinking about what I was going to be doing in 4 years, 5 years, what my NFL career is going to look like. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Doing homework.
Yeah. Honestly, for those that know me, those in the chat, if you follow me long enough, as long as I've been on social media, you know I don't party, you know I don't club, you know I don't drink. Gaming. High school, gaming. College, I was gaming. Yeah, probably that clubbing, I don't drink. So therefore, I don't want to be around people that do drink, because people that drink, they like to have conversations. They be talking about stuff. They'll start 3 conversations. I'm like,
And I ain't interested in none of them.
and none of it. I just nah. And then the music be too loud, and then people step on your shoes and crowd.
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you couldn't party during the season because you was in your room to have bread check on Friday and then Saturday game. And so once the season was over, I mean, I got a girlfriend my junior year and senior year. So we went to once the season was over, we'd go to the movies. I had a little bread, Ocho, I go off campus, get me a little room. Yeah, I was, bro made sure I was straight, but I was not a partier, my man. No. Kimber Norwood Jr. said, I can't believe Ocho got an iPhone 17. Hold on. Ocho got an iPhone 17, but won't pay you $5,900. The next time you're in Dallas for a bottle signing, I'm coming to see Ocho.
Who got an iPhone 17?
You did.
No, I didn't.
Let me see it, Ocho. Hold your phone up.
My phone. I don't got no.
Man, Ocho, this man really do.
Hey, let me tell you something. I was eligible for an upgrade. I still had the iPhone 12.
Ocho.
I had the iPhone 12, so I
Chad, I need y'all to tell Chad, what should I do to Ocho? Chad, come on, Chad. Y'all keep on saying, man, Ocho, let Ocho live. Ocho trying to get endorsement deal. What that got to do with my 5,900?
Listen, you're not listening to me, I done had the iPhone 12 for the longest, so I was eligible. I went to go pay my cell phone bill, and they told me about me being able to. Oh, you got to upgrade. You haven't got a new phone in a long time. Like, well, you mean I ain't got to pay nothing? So they said, yeah, if you pay your phone bill, you could switch out the phone. So I ain't really paid nothing.
Yeah, you pay something. You got to pay X amount of dollars. You can get an upgrade, but you got to pay for it.
No, I had the iPhone 12. I went from the 12 to the 17. I didn't have to pay nothing.
You got to pay something.
Yeah, I had to pay my phone bill. My phone bill was like $120.
No, and you gonna have to pay $100 because they put the new upgrade in your phone bill.
Nah. That's not.
Yeah, it's extra $20, $30 a month. That's okay, Ocho. I mean, Chad. Chad, as you start a poll, what should Unc do to Ocho after Ocho refuses to give him his money?
I'm not refusing. I'm waiting for my money to get right.
Hold on. You done got LV tracksuit. You done got a new iPhone. You done got all this new stuff. You got a new house. You got all this stuff.
Me? I got you, huh? I got you. No
Serial
question.
P said, can we get a shout out to Ocho's college quarterback, Jay Smith, and my daughter's Michigan State Spartans as we battle USC tonight at 11. Go green.
Wait, that game ain't started yet?
Yeah, it should have started.
Yeah, Jonathan Smith. That's my high school quarterback.
He coaching?
Yeah, he the head coach of Michigan State.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah. He left Oregon State. Now he's at Michigan State.
Well, I didn't know that. Congratulations. Ocho, Tornez Green, who goes 0-3? Who go 0-3 tomorrow? Who goes 1-2? 0-3. I guess you're looking at the Chiefs.
Wait, who
Possibly
you got?
They play the Giants. Who else hasn't won a game yet?
Oh, it can get ugly for the Chiefs, boy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You taking the Chiefs to go 1-2 or 0-3?
Hey, honestly, I mean, Mahomes gonna figure it out. I don't see them going to 0-3. And if they go to 0-3, is it time to hit the panic button? I don't know. Do you hit the panic button with a quarterback like Mahomes and what he's done in the past? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one. That might be the best game of the day, honestly. That might be the best game of the day.
Who else had won a game that we were suspecting to win a game?
Goddamn Colts. The Colts play tomorrow.
Yeah, they play Tennessee.
That's who I want to see. I mean, Colts Tennessee is really not an exciting game, the game that people want to see. I want to see if goddamn Daniel Jones is for real. Or is it a situation like Baker Mayfield or a situation like Sam Darnold? You know, Sam Darnold goes to Minnesota, all of a sudden, all world. Baker Mayfield goes to Tampa Bay, all of a sudden, all world. It's just the right situation. I want to see if the Indianapolis Colts just happen to be the right situation for Daniel Jones. And
it might be.
That's what
But
it's
guess who else had that exact situation?
Who?
Anthony Richardson. That's that exact situation.
Yeah, you're right.
And guess who had that exact situation that J.J. McCarthy got? That Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Jason said, what's up, Unc and Ocho? My birthday is tomorrow. Can I get a shout out? Also, go Canes. Yes, Jason, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, twin.
Enjoy. Spend it with family, friends, and loved ones. Tell them you love them. Hopefully they tell you they love you and you got something real nice. Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, hey, fam, that shave by Laporte is so smooth. From now on, you should be known as the Cognac King. You're welcome. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate the support. You've been supporting Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, and Laportier, all things. 84. We appreciate that, Doc, because you've been one of the very first ones to follow Nightcap. You've been a mod for a long time. And every time Ocho and I show up, Atlanta, you were here in Atlanta. You was here at New Orleans. Mm-hmm. You came to the very first one in Las Vegas. So, yeah. Doc, Ocho, and I, the Nightcap family, we can't thank you enough. We appreciate the support. Ocho.
Yo.
Here's a skateboard video. This is Ocho on the skateboard.
Yeah, this old. I forgot what year this was too, huh? You see, I got my cigar in my mouth too. See, I can skate.
No, you can't.
No, I mean, no. I mean, I can skate for real. I was just trying to ollie. I was trying to do some damn trick, and the cigar in my mouth is the reason why I failed.
What that trick? Bob up, Ocho. Gosh. Why the birthday hit? Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I was good though. I was good. But see, the funny thing, that might be 6-7 years old. Now, you know, I ride at the skate park down here in downtown Miami.
Ocho, 6 or 7 years later, it still hurt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm good. I'm a real skater though. I do everything. I do everything.
You a real something. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own Matting Ratings Adjuster. He's a Ring of Fame honoree, a former Pro Bowler All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. We want to thank our special guest for joining us to help break down college football. Texas A&M great, Heisman Trophy winning, first-round draft pick of the Cleveland Browns, Johnny Manziel. Thank you, Johnny. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And do us a favor, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support and your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by LaPortier. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. That link is also pinned in the chat. The Miami Hurricanes throttled the Florida Gators 26-7. Billy Napier is really, really on thin ice. He's going to have to get this thing turned around if he wants to stay head coach of the University of Florida.
Yeah.
I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll
Ready
see
for
you
tomorrow.
tomorrow night.
I'm ready for tomorrow night. I'm
After
ready for tomorrow.
Sunday Night Football.
Let's go,
Peace.
Bengals.